Community by Harry Venning and David Ramsden. Episode 1, Letter from America. So, if that's a 4 and that's a 7, assuming that's a 2... No, that's not right. That can't be a 2.
Brian, you've been working on the same Sudoku for 3 months now. My tip would be you either write something down or pack it in.
I need something to relax me before I go to sleep.
But can you just shush? I'm trying to read.
Is it any good?
My book? Yeah, it is. It's very good.
What's it about?
Sex.
Sex?
Sex. That's given me a few ideas.
Oh, maybe I should read it.
Yeah, maybe you should.
Not going to sleep, are you?
Yeah, don't panic. I'm just putting the book down.
Rightio. Let me just dim the light.
Brian, how would you feel about trying something a little bit different?
Different? How different? What do you mean?
Oh, don't worry, Brian. Just forget it.
No. No. Different sounds good to me, but, I don't like you doing anything I can't see.
No, this is something we've never tried before.
Go on.
Okay, basically, the book suggests that we redefine our physical vocabulary, okay? We place the emphasis on intimacy as opposed to ejaculation. No, hear me out. Which, that will then liberate me from the second-class sexual status that reproductively orientated coitus invariably confers.
Well, that sounds fun. Exactly what book are you reading?
Sheer Height.
Yeah, sounds it.
Dear Claire, thank you for your letter and for all your interesting news from the United Kingdom. I'm glad to hear Megan is coping with life as a single parent and that baby Brenda is thriving. Do Ray's new sideburns suit him? I do wish Irene would get off your back at work. Sounds like you've got your hands full with her. What a shame about Helen and Simon's marriage. 2 weeks isn't long, even by American standards. Tell Brian not to worry about his problem. All men go through it at one time or another, and it's usually stress-related. Here on death row, things are pretty tense since the warder got stabbed. Well, he was trying to break up a gang fight in the exercise yard. Nothing to do with me, but still all prisoners' privileges were stopped. They did, however, allow my brother Kyle in to inform me of our mother's death.
Annie and Anthony?
Nope.
James and Venice?
Afraid not.
David and Linda?
No way.
Sue and Ruth Ann?
Nope.
Claire, why can't we just send everybody a Christmas card, even if they haven't sent us one?
We're not made of stamps, Brian. Carry on.
Wendell Johnson. Now, do we send one to your friend on death row?
Of course we do.
I just asked because there's every chance we won't actually be getting one back next year.
Bathroom's free, but I'll give it a minute. I've left something in there I'm not proud of. Anyone see my green trousers?
Simon, aren't those my underpants you're wearing?
Could be. I took them off the radiator.
Simon, you promised no more borrowing underwear.
Well, yeah, but I thought you just meant Claire's.
Your green trousers, Simon, are where they've been all week. They're draped over the lamp in the living room.
Oh, nice one.
I just can't stand this anymore, Brian. The man is a pig. He's a selfish, inconsiderate, noisy, smelly pig. I know he's your best friend, and I know he's been going through a difficult time, but you're going to have to ask him to move out.
I can't.
Why not?
Because it's his flat, Claire. He's doing us a favour. Where else can we live rent-free?
Oh, God, we should never have sold up without somewhere to move into. I said that all along.
No, you didn't. You said we should remove ourselves from the property chain so we could move at a moment's notice.
Everything is point scoring with you, isn't it, Brian?
Besides, I don't think living with Simon is that bad.
Brian, mate, did you get any raisins?
No.
Damn, I think I've just eaten some mouse droppings.
I'll get on to the estate agents.
It's a lovely house, but you'd have to move quick. There's been a lot of interest. These Victorian houses, they fly off our books. Prices round here are shooting up. You got your parks, you got your schools.
How about parking?
I'm coming to parking, please. Could you not interrupt?
Sorry.
It's a lovely house, but you'd have to move quick. There's been a lot of interest. These Victorian houses, they fly off our books. Prices are shooting up. You got your parks, you got your schools, you got your transport. What? Well, cover it up with a carpet. I can't talk now. I'm with clients. Where was I?
You got your parks, you got your schools.
No. Before that.
So there's been a lot of interest.
No, it's no good. I'm going to have to go from the top. It's a lovely house, but you'd have to...
Zippity-doo-dah, zippity-dee. Oh, morning, everybody.
Oh, Ray, you're in a good mood. That's the first.
Now, I have here, in my hand, a letter for Mr. Huttle, the most unpleasant, ungrateful, obnoxious little turd it's ever been my misfortune to have as a client. Now, this letter, in no uncertain terms, informs Mr. Huttle that he isn't eligible for any of the support services that he's applied for. Oh, joy. Oh, read it and weep, Mr. Huttle. I only wish I could see his face contort with misery when the postman delivers it.
Ray, listen to yourself. It's Christmas. The post will be log-jammed. Give it to me. I'll pop it round on my scooter.
So Brenda was sitting in front of the telly, and I said to her, does Brenda like the Teletubbies? Oh, Brenda likes the Teletubbies. Which is Brenda's favourite Teletubby? And without a word of a lie, Brenda says, Mummy, move your big fat ass. Obviously, I'm not so happy about the vocabulary, but she gets off the kids on the estate, but the syntax was absolutely perfect.
Incredible.
Linguistically, she's off the scale.
So you keep saying.
But I'm not going to be one of those pushy mothers just because my kiddie's gifted. My only wish is that she'll be happy.
Look, Megan, could you check my pigeonhole for me? I'm expecting something really, really important.
Oh, it's empty. I checked earlier.
Yeah? Well, can you look again?
Righty-ho.
Give me strength. Does she ever stop? Brenda, everything is Brenda.
But Claire, haven't you heard? She's off the scale.
I've got Simon at home, I've got Megan at work, I've got flaming estate agents in between. My life is actually hell.
Well, don't say I didn't warn you about living with Simon. Throughout our entire marriage, his one concession to tidiness was lining up his toenail clippings on the side of the bar.
Well, at least he clipped his toenails.
Yeah, with his teeth.
Oh, crikey, he must have been bendy.
Oh, yeah, he was. Marriage to Simon wasn't all bad.
I never want to see another estate agent as long as I live.
Oh, I don't know. I think the world would be a sadder place without estate agents.
Why?
Well, because they're the only profession more despised than we are.
Sorry, Claire. Definitely nothing in the pigeonhole. Would anyone like to see some photos of Brenda on a trampoline?
Did you check my pigeonhole?
No, just Claire's.
Would you mind?
Not at all. Back in a sec.
You know, Claire, you don't have to deal with estate agents if you don't want to. When I was selling Mother's house, I'd received dozens of leaflets from interested parties looking to buy in the area.
Leafleting? I don't know, Ray. Isn't that a bit intrusive?
Get Brian to do it.
Now, that is a good idea.
Sorry, Helen. It's empty, as Brenda says when she's cleaned her plate. Oh, I'm so glad Brenda's such a good eater.
Did you check my pigeonhole?
Oh, no.
Actually, I'll go.
I'll go with you.
I'll show you where it is.
You show me another one-year-old who likes paramasolata.
As you can see, it's a very fine example of an early 20th century terrace. Both bus and rail links are just minutes away, making this a very attractive property indeed.
Except that it's on fire.
Okay. I tell you what I'll do. I'll have a word with the vendor, see if he'll drop the asking price. Can't promise anything, mind.
Move back, please. Let's do our job here.
It is good, in a way. Means you can redecorate from scratch.
Excuse me, Mr. Firefighter, hi. How did this happen? What causes an empty house to just, burst into flames?
Poverty, miss.
Poverty?
Yeah, poor householders desperate to save money. They employ people on low incomes to do specialist work they're unqualified for. You mark my word, this will be down to the electrics.
How can you be so sure?
I'll put them in.
Dear Claire, thank you for your recent letter. Living with Simon sounds awful. Cohabiting with someone who doesn't share your value system can raise many difficult issues. 12 pages worth in your case. We don't have those problems on death row on account of spending 23 hours a day in solitary confinement. Aren't we the lucky ones? Did you receive my last letter in which I told you of my mother's death? I can only assume you didn't, as you made no mention of it, or anything else I wrote. Well, Mom's funeral was last Thursday. I wasn't allowed to attend, and as your very own William Shakespeare says, When troubles come, they come not as single spies, but in battalions. The very next day I was given a fresh date for my execution.
There you go, Brian. Mission accomplished. Your pincer movement worked a treat. Saturation leafleting at its most efficient.
Done left?
All gone.
Me too. I think that's it. I've leafleted the left-hand side of Southdown Road, left-hand side of Pemberton Avenue, and the left-hand side of Woodley Street.
Yeah, and I've leafleted the right-hand side of Southdown Road, the right-hand side of Pemberton Avenue, and the right-hand side of Woodley Street. Why are you looking at me like that?
Because you were coming from the opposite direction.
What difference does that make?
For crying out loud, Simon, you're a geography teacher. Think about it.
Oh, bugger. Come on, Brian. Why do you want to move out anyway? I thought the three of us were having a fabulous time.
Oh, you know, Claire, she needs her space.
Truth is, mate, I don't really want to be on my own at the moment. Still reeling after what happened with Helen. Every day I go over it and over it in my mind. What went wrong? What went wrong? What went wrong?
You slept with a holiday rep on your honeymoon.
Oh, I know, Brian, but there's got to be more to it than that.
Well, Hannah...
My name isn't Hannah. Don't call me Hannah. My name is Susie X.
I'll try and remember that.
I'll try and remember that. I hate you and your sort. I mean, I hate the fascist, capitalist oligarchy, but at least they're honest about their oppression. But people like you, social workers and the like, you're their stooges, collaborators who pretend they're helping society but never actually change anything. Instead, you just make sure that the situation never grows desperate enough for the workers to rise up and break their chains. If I had my way, you lot would be the first wave of scumbags up against the wall.
Oh, give it a rest. Sorry. I'm sorry.
You snapped!
Yes, no, I did snap. I'm sorry, and I shouldn't have done. It's just, you know, it's been a long day. Will you please accept my apology, Hannah?
Susie X.
Susie X. Sorry, yes, so you were telling me about how you were going to put me and the other scumbags up against the wall.
And shoot us. That's right.
Yeah. I wonder, Susie X, if there's perhaps something else upsetting you? You know, apart from capitalism, imperialism and globalisation, I wonder if perhaps there's something a little bit more personal?
What if there was?
I don't know, you might like to share it with me.
You don't care?
I do care. Tell me what's wrong.
It was last Tuesday.
Yeah.
And
I'm terribly sorry. Would you mind if I took this call?
Well, I'd rather you did...
Hello? Yeah, speaking. The leaflet? Yes, that is completely fantastic. What number are you? You're number 14. That's terrific. Yeah, that was 6:30 is fine. Sorry, and you are? Well, we'll see you at 6:30 then, Mr. Figgis. I'm so sorry about that. Will you please continue?
It all happened last Tuesday.
Yeah, actually, sorry, can I make a quick call?
A quick call?
Brian, it's me. Yeah, someone's answered our leaflet. Number 14 Chestnut Grove. You got a pen? Yeah, I've arranged to see it at 6:30, so I'll meet you there. Yeah. Okay, bye. So sorry. Just, carry on.
It was last Tuesday. We'd all had our tea and we were sat round watching telly when my foster parents said they don't want me no more. Halfway through EastEnders, I couldn't believe it.
Nor me. But then I found EastEnders unbelievable for a long time.
Dear Claire, it's a hot day. The air is still. It's the kind of day where sound really carries, and I'm listening to the mob outside the prison. Half of them are braying for my blood, the other half are trying to save my neck. Did I mention I'm on death row? Your latest letter, which I have on my lap, does not allude to it. So, Ray shaved his sideburns off. After only a week. Didn't really give them a go, did he?
What?
Mr. Figgis?
Who wants to know?
Claire Barker. Yeah, you answered our leaflet. We spoke earlier. My partner and I, we're here to see your house.
Good evening.
I don't know if I trust you. You look the sort who might knock an old man on the head and take his money.
If you feel more comfortable, I could wait outside.
I'm not talking to you. I suppose you better come in. Right, so, do you want it?
We haven't even seen it yet.
It's yours.
I'm not sure I understand.
Well, of course you don't, son. You're not the brains of the outfit. That was obvious as soon as I opened the door.
Look, I don't know if I made it completely clear in my leaflet, but we are very keen to buy a house in this area, and we were led to believe by you that this one was for sale.
Well, it isn't.
Well, Mr. Figgis, you appear to have got us here under false pretenses.
I'm giving it to you. It's yours. Write your names and addresses on that bit of paper, and I'll have my solicitor deal with it.
Very kind, Mr. Figgis. Can I just have a quick word with my partner in private? Would you excuse me?
Yep, certainly.
So, Brian, what do you think?
Cuckoo.
Succinct, if a little offensive. Actually, Brian, I don't believe this gentleman is deluded. I believe he's lonely. He's so desperate for companionship that he'll go to any lengths, even deception, to save just a few minutes of our company. Come on, let's get out of here.
If we leave now, we'll be home in time for Emmerdale.
I'm not balmy, you know.
I know, I'm sure you're not, but it does seem a little eccentric that you are prepared to give away a house. If you will excuse us.
I'm dying.
What, sorry?
I'm dying. I am a dying man.
You're dying?
I'm riddled with disease. Head to foot. The doctors have given me 2 weeks.
Do you think the doctors might give you another week, just we can't actually move in till the new year? He's fine. Look at him. He's a picture of health.
Will you excuse us, please, Mr. Figgis?
Come on, Claire. He's stringing us along.
I'm not so sure, Brian. There's something about him, isn't there? There's like an otherworldliness. There's a look in his eye that says, truly, I am gazing into the abyss of non-existence, and so I may as well give you my 4-bedroom house with off-street parking.
You're the deluded one, Claire. You're so desperate to get away from Simon's flat, you're prepared to believe any nonsense.
Look, Brian, if it's true, we get a house. If it's not true, we just keep a sad old man company for an evening. 10 minutes, whatever.
Well, all right. We'll miss Emmerdale. And Patsy Kensit is meant to go down with anthrax tonight.
Hi, Mr. Figgis. Hi.
Oh, yes.
We have conferred, and we would like to accept your kind offer. Thank you. Thank you very, very, very much for the house.
Well, thank you, young lady. That's a comfort to an old man, that is. Knowing the house will be in good hands. Sorry, I'm making a bit of a fool of myself. This house has so many memories.
Not at all.
I know it's an imposition, but before you go, would you watch a video with me? It was a favourite of me and the wife.
Of course we would.
Oh, let me take your coats while you make yourselves at home. I'll be back in a sec.
Thank you. Thanks.
I'm sorry, Claire, but I don't like this.
No, neither do I. But if we knock through downstairs, we turn the living room into a kitchen diner.
You know, I decided to give the house away as soon as I got your leaflet. I didn't really care what you were like, but, well, now I've met you, well, I'm so glad the house will be going to you.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Figgis.
There you go. The best of Jim Davidson. Do you like him?
We love him.
Dear Claire, I have spent the whole morning convincing the prison authorities that you are not writing to me in code. They grew suspicious at your last letter, which made absolutely no reference to my situation whatsoever, nor indeed any reference to me, yet filled 3 pages with information regarding fixed interest mortgages, trackers, and something called stamp duty, which you failed to explain.
There. I love all of Jim Davidson's characters, you know, but my favourite has got to be Chalky.
Oh, mine as well?
Yeah. Now, please excuse me, because I've got to take my tablets.
Claire, you should be ashamed of yourself.
I was just bringing comfort to an old man in his dying day.
4 bedrooms, 2 reception rooms, 2 bathrooms, 1 utility room, and a kitchen you can land a plane in. Is that the price you're willing to pay for your integrity?
No, Brian, it isn't. There's also a cellar.
But none of this is true.
Look, it might be our ticket out of Simon's and into a home of our own.
Well, even if it is true, it isn't right.
Why not? Why not? It may as well be ours than someone else's.
Oh dear, that chalky is a screaming. Now, if you will excuse me, I get tired so very easily, so I'm going to have to ask you to go.
Oh.
Well, it's been a pleasure meeting you both. It really has. First thing tomorrow, I'll get the legal wheels in motion to make sure you inherit the house.
That is so kind, Mr. Figure.
Yeah, smashing.
In fact, is there anything we can give you in return?
No. I mean, what does a dying man want? Except more life.
Well, we'd best be off.
Except... No. Forget it.
No, what?
No, it's just silly, isn't it?
No, well, let us be the judge of that.
Come on, Claire, he said, forget it.
Well, a Christmas tree. When I was a kid, the high point of the year was going down the market and choosing the Christmas tree for the living room. And this being my last Christmas, it might be nice to do just that.
Of course. Brian, give Mr. Figure some money for a Christmas tree.
What?
You heard. Get your wallet out. My purse is in my coat.
There. Merry Christmas. Can we go now, Claire?
10 quid? When did you last buy a Christmas tree?
Well, how much are they?
30 quid. 50 for a good one.
Good one, Brian.
Oh. There you go, 50 quid.
No point in a tree without decorations, is there?
You need decoration.
Well, he doesn't look at bare tree, does he?
No.
Does 20 cover it? Would that be okay?
Could do it.
Claire!
Give it to him, Brian.
And 20 for the lights.
Well, it'll have to do without the lights. I haven't got any more cash.
Oh, I have. Here, I've got 20.
Oh, thank you so much.
Great, Claire. You do realise this old man has just cleaned us out?
Third age gentleman, Brian, if you don't mind. And he hasn't cleaned us out. I've still got a tenner on me.
Tree will need a fairy on the top.
There you go.
No.
There's something not quite right about this.
Oh, shush. It's perfectly clear. Poor Mr. Figgis is terminally ill. Yeah. He just wants to give us his house because he's got no family to leave it to.
Oh, I've got family, all right.
What?
My son, Dennis.
He's got a son.
Mr. Figgis, wouldn't your son like the house?
Oh, yes. He'd love it. In fact, he spent years just waiting to get his grubby, nasty, selfish, scrounging little claws on it. But thanks to you, he never will, because you're going to get it. And every time he walks past this house, he'll see strangers, people who just wandered in off the street, enjoying what he thought was his inheritance. That'll teach him for trying to put me in a home.
Don't you see, Claire, this house isn't free at all. The price we pay is to become part to a vicious family feud.
Brian, this isn't about us getting a free house. It isn't. No, it's about us and, by extension, all of society respecting the wishes of the elderly.
Yeah, you explain that to Dennis when he comes down and asks what we're doing in his house.
Oh, you don't explain things to Dennis. Dennis doesn't do explaining. What Dennis does do is taekwondo, jiu-jitsu, karate, aikido, and using people's heads as a trampoline. Nasty piece of work is Dennis.
But surely he's going to go ballistic.
Yes, too right he is. You don't get nothing for nothing, son, but on the bright side, one more GBH conviction and I reckon they'll lock him away for life.
Come on, Claire, let's get out of here.
Good idea. He's coming round later, and I strongly suggest you are not around when he arrives. God, he's come early.
Dennis?
Dennis.
Brian, it's all your fault.
My fault?
Quick, down here, in the cellar. Keep stum and I'll get rid of Dennis.
Look, there's no light.
What, they just go?
Okay, Brian. Okay, we're going to go one step at a time. Just hold on to me. Not there.
Sorry. Can't see a thing.
Keep your voice down.
How much further?
I think... Yeah, it is. That's the last step. Okay, easy. Oh, there's a door. Oh, hang on, Brian. Something's not right. Hello? Anybody there?
Hi. Chris and Philippa Scott. How do you do?
Richard and Julia Fishlock, pleased to meet you.
Deborah and Colin Lewin, hello.
All right, I'm coming. Yes.
Hi, Mr. Figgis. Becky and Rob Weller. You answered our leaflet about your house. I hope we're not late.
Oh, no, love. You were right on time. Come on in. Let me take your coats.
Good grief, Claire. It's
job after he put in Rob and Becky and Jerry and Tracy.
Oh, you poor thing.
Well, you know how it is. You make the best of a bad situation. We sang Christmas carols, we told jokes, we even played charades by the light of our mobile phone screens. In fact, we got on so well that everybody's going to Tuscany next year to stay at Rob and Becky's villa.
Well, it sounds like you had fun.
You know, I think we did. Until Brian decided he had to go to the toilet.
Thank heavens you're out.
Yeah. Yeah, the anonymous phone call to the police. I can only assume that Mr. So-called Figgus' conscience got the better of him once he'd made his escape and run up £2,000 on our credit cards.
So have you decided to take the house?
It wasn't his house, Megan.
Oh.
He gained access, and so... Oh, for goodness sake, just forget it.
So what are you going to do now?
Back to the estate agents, I suppose.
So, is this the second bedroom?
No, it can't be. It's far too small. This must be a storage cupboard.
But there aren't any more rooms?
Really? In which case, this must be the second bedroom. Crikey, that's loud.
Those trains would be frequent.
Oh, yes, day and night. This is a main line.
So how long has the property been empty?
Oh, absolutely ages. But then we couldn't put it on the market until the police had dug up the patio.
Do you mind if I ask you a question?
The police are 95% sure it was just the one. Although they did find 3 arms, which makes you think.
You've not been an estate agent for long, have you?
First week. How could you tell?
It's a wild guess.
Dear Claire, you don't know me, but for the last 6 months I've occupied the cell next to Wendell, with whom you have been corresponding. It is about Wendell that I'm writing, and I'm sorry to say that I have some very sad news. Wendell says he don't want to write to you no more. I asked Wendell if maybe I could take over as your pen pal. Wendell said nothing would please him more. Gave me your correspondence and wished me good luck. How do you do? My name is Cyrus. Have you thought about buying a trailer? It's like a house only with wheels. Everybody's got them where I come from.
You have been listening to Clare and the Community by Harry Venning and David Ramsden, starring Sally Phillips, Nina Conti, Gemma Craven, Alex Lowe, Richard Lumsden, Ellen Thomas and Andrew Wincott, with Alex Brigit, George Harris and Roy Hudd. The producer was Katie Tyrrell. Clare and the Community by Harry Venning and David Ramsden. Episode 2. Merry Christmas, Mrs. Lawrence.
Come in.
Ho, 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 Merry Christmas.
Father Christmas.
And who are you, little girl?
I am Claire Emily Packhouse Barker and I am 5 3/4. Are you really Father Christmas?
Ho, ho, ho. Of course I am, Bunny lass.
Because my mummy and my daddy say that you don't exist.
Well, Mummy and Daddy talk a load of cobblers.
You smell like my granddad.
And what does Grandad smell of?
Beer.
Good for Grandad. Well, have you been a good little girl, Claire Barker?
My mummy and my daddy say that good and bad is all relative.
Tossers. So, what do you want from Father Christmas this year? Well, come on, pet, spit it out.
Well, I really want a dolly, but mummy and daddy don't want me to be gender stereotyped.
You want a dolly?
Yes, please.
Santa's going to bring you the biggest bastard dolly you've ever seen.
Dad?
Ho, 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 ho.
Just what do you think you're doing?
Oh, what does it look like on Father Christmas? Come on, Celia, don't spoil it for the bairn.
Malcolm and I have told you about this several times. We do not believe in deceiving our children, and Father Christmas is a deception.
What's wrong with a bit of make-believe?
A lie is a lie. Claire, listen to me, please. This isn't Father Christmas. It's your grandfather in a silly costume. Now put away your Rubik's Cube and come down for supper.
Grandad?
What, pet?
Can I still have a big bastard dolly? I hate it, Claire. Every year I dread the day. I dread it for months in advance. I cry myself to sleep most nights worrying about it.
Yeah, no, I mean, I believe you, Megan. I'm not dismissing your feelings as irrelevant. I appreciate that in the midst of celebration and jollity, there are plenty of people, like yourself, feeling excluded and lonely.
So what are you saying?
Just saying, it's too early to worry about Valentine's Day. We've got to get through Christmas first. Helen, little chat about this banner.
Well done, Brigit, New York Marathon 2006. What about it?
It's been 6 weeks now. I suggest we find out what happened to Brigit or we take it down.
Code Indigo, Claire?
Won't need one, Irene. Not this year, thanks.
Irene, could I order a Code Indigo?
Certainly, Ray. What time?
Oh, I suppose I better put in a bit of an appearance. Shall we say 3 o'clock?
3 o'clock it is. How about you, Helen? Midday. Oh, no. Make it after lunch. Let's say 2. Okay. Claire, are you sure?
I am absolutely positive.
What's a Code Indigo?
It's an escape route from unbearable Christmas Day situations. What happens is Irene gives a pre-arranged call saying there's an emergency in the office, allowing the person at the other end to make their apologies and clear off.
Oh, okay. I'll have a Code Indigo, please, Irene.
Megan, you're spending Christmas on your own.
I know, but I hate being left out.
Last chance, Claire.
No, thank you, Irene. This is one Christmas I am determined to see through.
Oh, come on now, help the chap celebrate. It's the last day of term. 2 weeks off for Christmas. Are you seriously telling me you lot want to stop after a measly 3 pints?
Sorry, sir, we've still got lessons this afternoon.
So have I.
See you later.
Brian!
Hello, Simon. Thought I'd see you in here.
Barman, 2 more pints. Merry Christmas, mate.
But for some, we'll go to Claire's mum and dad. Claire thinks she can't consider starting a new family until she's resolved the issues around the old one.
Oh, you poor thing. You'll be missing out on a treat back at the flat. Got it all planned. Big turkey, full trimmings, disco lights, bar set up in the corner, table football, buckaroo, and an interactive quiz to round off the evening.
Sounds fun. Who's coming round?
No one.
The thing is, Simon, I'm going to need a little favour on Christmas Day.
So, if there's no other topics to discuss, I suggest we call this meeting to a close. Move on to the far more important business, sharing out our Christmas presents.
Hey! Put my pile first. Open mine first. Help yourselves. They're all clearly marked. Whose is whose?
Oh, stuffed olives. Thank you, Ray.
Turkish delight, yummy. Oh, cherry brandy, fantastic.
I'm sorry, Ray, I don't really understand. What's this voucher all about?
It's for an Oxfam goat. Oxfam have sent a goat on your behalf to a third world village.
That is such a great idea.
Well, you're always saying how commercialised Christmas is.
Well, that's a really, really thoughtful present, Ray. Thank you.
Oh, my turn.
Oh, well.
Oh, Belgian chocolates. Irene, you're a star.
Stilton, I love Stilton.
Organic honey, delicious.
Yeah, I seem to have another goat.
Ray told me he got you one as well, but I thought, hey, you can never have too many goats. In a third world context, you do like it.
Yeah, I love it.
Okay, everybody, open mine now. Go on.
Oh, body lotion, what a luxury.
Tawny port, I love tawny port.
Sugared almonds. I've died and gone to heaven.
Before I open this, Helen, tell me, is it a goat?
No, it's not.
Oh.
It's a cow. Right, come on, let's open Megan's.
Whoa, Megan, have you bought me livestock for Christmas?
No.
Do you mind if I just check? Okay. A baby's foot.
It's my Brenda's foot. It's a plaster cast. Do you like it? I've other body parts if you want to swap.
No, this is just fine.
Oh, Sambuca.
More chocolate, champagne, fantastic.
Oh, great. So just to recap, my colleagues have given me 2 goats, a cow and a baby's foot for Christmas.
Isn't it amazing how little traffic there is on Christmas Day?
Yes, Brian, and isn't it amazing how many times you can comment on how little traffic there is on Christmas Day?
All right. trying to make conversation. I'm nervous.
Well, I'm nervous too, okay?
Why? They're your family.
Because they're my family, Brian, complete with their unresolved issues and weird dynamics.
So why are we going?
Because obviously the alternative is visiting your family.
Well, at least my family remember your name.
At least my family don't try and grope you during Twister.
He lost his balance and grabbed the nearest thing. You know, some people will regard it as admirable that a one-legged man would even want to play Twister.
This is really important to me, Brian. Things have been so difficult with my family for years, and I'd really like to put them right. You know, if we can spend Christmas together, that would be a very significant first step. Please be on your best behaviour today, and try and look as if you're enjoying yourself.
I'll try. Just as long as your father doesn't go off on one of his rants against young people these days.
Honestly, Brian, young people these days, they don't know they're born. Call themselves drug users? They wouldn't have lasted 10 minutes back in the 60s. I took so many pills I rattled. We can't remember 1968 at all, can we, love?
No, dear. Do you need a top-up, Brian?
No, thank you, Mrs. Barker. I'll wait for lunch.
Do you mind if I do?
Not at all.
Of course, I had to give it all up when Claire was born. In fact, it was the very day Claire was born. It had been a long labour, so I dropped a tab of acid. Just beginning to kick in when little Claire's head popped out. Ugh. Heavy scene, man, as we used to say. I still get the flashbacks. Not pretty.
Tell you what, I'll open another bottle.
I will have that drink after all, Mrs. Barker.
You know, we always encouraged Claire to take drugs, but she never would. Not even a little spliff.
No, because it causes long-term damage.
Like what?
Memory loss?
Rubbish. You know, we always encouraged Claire to take drugs, but she never would. Not even a little spliff.
Where have Emma, Tom and the twins got to? They said they'd be here by now.
They probably can't get their helicopter to start.
Oh, please, Claire, not today.
Oh, dear, touch of the green-eyed monster, I fear. You see, Brian, Claire has this ridiculous idea that we always preferred Emma to her.
Yeah, can't imagine where I got that idea from.
Neither can I. Your mother and I deliberately pursued a strict policy when you were growing up. Treat them the same, pretty and plain alike.
And as for precious Tom...
Oh, come on, Claire. It's hardly your sister's fault that she made a good match. No offence, Brian.
None taken.
I don't think you've met Tom, have you, Brian? What a guy. You'll love him. Everyone loves Tom. I said to him once, how are we workers supposed to declare class war on you multimillionaire venture capitalists if you're going to be so flaming nice?
How indeed.
They live next door to Thierry Henry. Really great guy, apparently. Tom said he'd introduce us.
Fantastic.
Couldn't ask for a better son-in-law. No offence, Brian.
None taken.
You know, I even think Claire had a little thing for him when they were teenagers. I said to her, punching above your weight there, aren't you, love? No offence, Brian.
None taken. Oh, excuse me, would you mind if I took this call? Hello, Simon? What's that? An emergency at the flat? I'll be right there.
Fine, give me that phone. Hello? Hello, Simon. It's Claire here. What exactly is the emergency? Oh, did he? Yes, well, you've done it now, so don't phone him again. Okay, goodbye. Yeah, an emergency at the flat. Brian's friend couldn't find the bottle opener. Isn't that right, Brian?
That's right.
So pathetic.
Sorry to be a pain, but I need a big, strong man in the kitchen.
Well, there you go, Brian. Go and help my mother.
Brian, would you be an angel?
At least I'll be safe from your dad in there.
Best of luck to him.
Who?
Brian.
What do you mean?
Oh, come, don't pretend you didn't notice the flirting. Your mother does it all the time these days with everybody. Can't get the paper boy to come within 500 yards of the house.
Flirting? Surely not with Brian.
I told you, she's not fussy.
Look, what is going on, Dad?
Thing is, Claire, for the last few years, your mother and I have been having an open relationship.
Rich, you never told me.
Well, I never told her. But she's found out. Went through my jacket pockets. Whatever happens to trust in a relationship? The point is, your mum's flirting is her way of getting back at me.
You're having an affair?
I have no idea who brought you up to be so stiflingly bourgeois, Claire, but it wasn't me. Affair, indeed. No, I'm doing it for the sex. Or are you one of those people who doesn't think anyone over 60 should have sex?
No, I'm not saying anything of the sort. I'm just saying...
Let me tell you, Claire, that survey after survey has shown that people over 60 enjoy sex most. Especially if it's with an 18-year-old.
No, only kidding. Seriously, there's nothing inappropriate about my relationship with Alice. She's nearer your age.
There you go, Mrs. Barker. Crushed nuts.
Thank you, Brian.
Anything else I can do?
Open a bottle of wine.
There's one already open.
Well, open another.
I suppose it is Christmas?
Yes, it is. Christmas. Happy Christmas, Brian. Do you know, Brian, my beloved husband talks a load of bollocks. All that horse manure about the 60s sexual revolution, my eye. It was a sexual revolution for men like him, putting it about as much as they wanted. Well, what you have to understand, Brian, is that we girls weren't allowed to say no. Turn down sex and you were labelled frigid. The 60s didn't liberate us women. It just turned us into a generation of unpaid whores.
Good music, mind. Beatles, Stones, must have been great.
Oh, shut up and take the Japanese rice crackers through.
Right, rice crackers. Where are you, rice crackers?
When I first met Malcolm, I was dazzled by him. I was an impressionable sociology student, and he was my tutor. There was something dangerous about Malcolm. His hair was a little bit longer, his beard a little more unkempt, his loom pants a little more flared.
Rice crackers.
All the girls wanted to sleep with Malcolm, and most of us did. Oh, if you'd seen him naked, Brian, you'd understand. His body was a work of art. And the sex, he was phenomenal. I've never known such stamina. Tell me, Brian, have you ever given a woman so much pleasure that she's begged you to stop?
Bombay mix. I found some Bombay mix. What do you think?
When we got married, Malcolm promised to give up his little infidelities, and I was stupid enough to believe him. But of course he never did. I played the faithful wife while he played the field. And you know the worst thing? In 35 years of marriage, I don't believe a thought has ever occurred to him that I could be attractive to another man.
Can't actually see the rice crackers. Perhaps they're still in the cupboard. If they were in the cupboard, which cupboard would they be in? Just point. Mrs. Barker, something's clearly upsetting you. Would you like me to fetch Mr. Barker? Oh, I see. He wants a hug. Okay, there we go. Is that better? There. Don't be embarrassed about getting upset. Christmas affects us in different ways. It can be a very stressful time. Now, that's not hugging anymore, is it, Mrs. Barker?
Emma, darling.
Hi, Dad. Where's Mum?
In the kitchen, trying to seduce Brian.
Who's Brian?
Claire's boyfriend.
Claire, you've got a new boyfriend. Fantastic. I never said, but I couldn't stand the last one. Brian is the last one. Oops. Faux pas.
Where's Tom, the kids?
Emma, darling. Hi, Mummy.
Hello, Emma.
Hello.
Brian.
Well, where's your grandma? I thought we agreed that you'd pick up Grandma.
Yes. Now, I would have picked her up, but Tom's just had the Lamborghini reupholstered and I didn't want to risk it.
I'll go and fetch Grandma. There's something I want to do on the way. I can
thanks,
go.
Claire.
I'll come with you.
No, there's no need for
I'd like to.
No point.
I'd really like to come with you, Claire.
Mum, have you finished with Brian in the kitchen?
Not quite, dear.
Oh, sorry, Brian. Hi, Grandad. Just thought I'd pop by and say hi. I would have bought you some flowers, and it's Christmas Day and there's nowhere open. Yeah, I'm sorry that I haven't been for a while. I've just been so busy, you wouldn't believe it. Usually I skip Christmas completely. I'm going to work, but this year I am making a determined effort to get on with Mum and Dad and Emma. To be honest, I'm completely terrified. I wish you were there. I don't think I've really enjoyed a Christmas since you died. Made it such a special time. Oh, and I've still got that doll you bought me. She's looking a bit ragged these days, but she's still my most treasured possession and really love her so much.
You wouldn't believe the morning I've had. Debbie and Des came round from next door. We did have a laugh.
Excuse me?
Hold on a
Hi.
second, Jean. Yes? May I help you?
Sorry, do you mind? It's just I'm having a private conversation here.
I'm not stopping you.
Yes, you see you are, because you're standing right next to me.
That's where she's buried.
Well, could you wait until after I finished?
No, I can't wait. I've got a turkey in the oven. Did you hear that, Jean? Can I wait? 20 minutes per pound. Gas mark 5, not a minute.
Merry Christmas, Mr. Browning. I'll grab a seat in the lounge if I were you, because we've got the carol singers coming. It's always really popular.
Righto.
Good morning. Hi.
Merry Christmas. Can I help you?
Yeah, please. I'm here to collect one of your residents, Mrs. Barker.
Oh.
I'm sorry?
Are you a relative?
Yeah, I'm her granddaughter.
Oh, I'm really sorry to have to tell you, Mrs. Barker passed away earlier this morning.
Oh.
Oh, deepest sympathies.
Thank you.
At least I think it was her. Jessie, who was it died this morning? Mrs. Baker! Oh, Baker. Oh, sorry, it's my mistake. I'm so sorry about that. We've all had a sherry. Look, guys, Mrs. Barker is down the corridor. You turn right, it's the second door on the left.
Thanks.
You're welcome. Merry Christmas. Can I help?
Yeah, we're here to see Mrs. Baker.
Oh, now I'm pretty sure she's dead, but I'll just double check.
So Tom and the kids are coming later, are they?
Oh, give it a rest, will you, Dad? I'm here. Isn't that enough?
That'll be them now.
Merry Christmas! Grandma's here. What?
Who have you got there, Claire?
Grandma?
No, it isn't.
Yes, it is.
I think I know my own mother, Claire.
She was in Grandma's room.
She doesn't look anything like Grandma.
How am I supposed to know that? I haven't seen Grandma in years, and you said she'd been ill.
Not that ill. Who's this? Who knows?
Well, hello there. You must be Grandma.
No, she isn't. Claire's brought back the wrong old lady.
Come along, Brian, back to the kitchen.
Oh, God.
Look, why didn't you say something?
I did say. I said that I wasn't your grandma.
Yes, you did, didn't you? Yes, I thought you were...
Senile.
No, actually, Emma, we don't say senile anymore. These aren't the Middle Ages.
Well, I'm sorry, love. I should have made it clear I wasn't your grandma, but you made it all sound so appealing. Big family get-together, Christmas dinner with all the trimmies, maybe a little drink. I'm sorry if I've done anything bad, but I wasn't about to get any of that in the home. On my own. On Christmas Day.
Claire, take this one back and fetch the real one.
Yeah. Take her away. She's frightening me.
I'll get you a recent photo.
Hang on a minute, everyone. Were we not listening? This lady is all alone. Now, I know we're all here to enjoy a family Christmas, so don't you think we all have a wider responsibility, perhaps, to the family of mankind? Don't you think this might be an appropriate time for we, who are abundantly privileged, to share with one who has nothing? Wouldn't it be in the spirit of this season for us to welcome this third-age lady into our home, to invite her to sit at our table and say to her, please, share our nut loaf?
Nut loaf? I'm not eating sodden nut loaf.
Claire, she doesn't want to eat with us.
She didn't say that's not what she said. Do you like potatoes? You like parsnips? You like sprouts?
Oh, I love sprouts.
There.
Don't half make me fart, mine.
Please, Dad, you've got to go.
I'll get it. Barker residence, a Merry Christmas. Hold on 1 second, I'll just get it. Malcolm, it's your whore.
Hello, Alice. Look, Alice, I don't want to get all heavy, but this call is totally inappropriate. Christmas Day is a time for families. I'll see you this evening after everyone's gone. What do you mean? Well, when will I see you? What? But no, it can't be over. Look, you silly girl, you've obviously had too much to drink. Who's that in the background? Jürgen? Who the hell is Jürgen? Alice, I think we should talk about this. Alice.
What was that all about?
Nothing.
Oh, diddums. Did Malky Walky's little girlfriend give him the push?
Just leave me alone.
For a younger man.
I am really hurting here.
Claire, can I have a word with you in the kitchen?
What?
Now.
What is it?
It's your mother. She keeps coming on to me.
Don't be absurd.
Absurd? Then how come she's prepared an entire meal using only ingredients with a sexual connotation?
What are you on about, Brian?
So far, I've been asked to cream her egg white, scoop out her melon balls, and put a prick into her giant Yorkshires if I see them rising.
That is your dirty mind. That is hardly conclusive.
Oh, do you want to hear what she suggested I do with her pastry flaps?
What's this? Canoodling? Brian, just wanted to show me the birds on your garden feeder.
Yes, just look at them, aren't they remarkable?
Now, Brian, will you please stop daydreaming and just help my mother?
But...
Got an eye for the birds, have you, Brian?
Yes, sort of. Are those tits or what?
Thank you, Brian. How nice of you to say so.
What's happening? I caught your old woman drinking Daddy's scotch.
Well, nobody was offering. What's a girl got to do round here to get drinks?
Look, we'd kill everyone to offer her some hospitality. This isn't one of your soup kitchens, Claire. Look, Daddy, I want her to stay for dinner. Daddy, I don't want her to stay for dinner. Please, Daddy. Please, Daddy.
Look, I don't know what to do. I'm upset. I'll ask Tom what he thinks when he gets here.
Tom and the kids aren't coming, Dad. Now shut up about Tom and the kids.
Not coming?
Tom left me. He ran off with the children's nanny. Oh, Daddy, I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm never going to find another nanny as good as her.
Tom, gone?
Gone. And good riddance. When my lawyers are through with him, he won't have a pot to pee in.
But Tom, gone? Surely there's something you can do to get him back?
I don't want him back.
But you must. It's Tom.
Oh, come on, Dad. Get a grip.
First Alice, then Tom. This has to be the worst Christmas ever. I'm going into the loft to play with my
electric. I'll go. Oh, look, everyone. Everyone, it's Grandma. It is, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Well, I've been sat in that room for the past 2 hours waiting for someone to come and collect me. I just spent 25 quid on a cab to come here.
Yeah, we had a bit of a mix-up, but the important thing is you're here now.
No thanks to you lot.
Grandma, tell Claire she can't have a smelly old woman for Christmas dinner.
What smelly old woman?
I've got something of a surprise for you, Grandma. One of your friends, okay, from the care home is going to be joining us for Christmas dinner. She won't. She will.
No, she won't.
She will, yes, she will.
What are you talking about?
Why don't you just, Granny, close your eyes?
Oh, goodness sake.
Close tight. Good. Now, where has our mystery guest disappeared to? Oh, there she is. There she is. She's hiding in the shadows. Don't be shy. Come out.
Oh, get on with it.
Are you ready then, Grandma? Open.
Lily Lawrence.
Surprise!
What's that bitch doing here?
I've been invited. If you don't like it, you can shove it.
Get that piece of scum out of my sight.
You stuck up, Cat.
Bog off and die.
Maybe losing sight of the true meaning of Christmas.
Mrs. Barker, I will not tell you again. Stop that!
How could you not be so stupid as to let a viper like her into the bosom of our family?
We didn't. Claire did.
How?
I found her in your room. I thought she was you. So I took her home.
She was in my room.
I just popped in. You must have gone to the lads.
Give me that bag, Nellie Lawrence. I want to know what you've stolen out of my room.
Oh, you will have to wrench it out of my cold dead hands.
It'll be a pleasure. Get off of me.
No, get off. Leave me alone.
I'm sorry, Grandma. I got a bad chance.
I've lost my teeth. Where are my teeth?
They're in my arm where you left them, you vicious cow.
Well, I hope you get tetanus off them.
Give me that bag, Emma.
You can't just rifle through this woman's belongings. We aren't the Stasi.
What's this then? My necklace. Dorothy Braithwaite's missing ring.
Yes, I'm really not very comfortable with this.
Stan Ellis's fountain pen.
It's actually just a rope's width away from lynch law.
Casting glass.
They're mine. I left them over there on the dresser.
And mobile phone?
Let me see. Where did you get that?
Well, you dropped it in the car coming over. I was going to give it back, honest.
Claire, have you got a moment? It's your mother.
Look, can't you deal with it, Brian?
Yes, I think so. Can you just remind me, where does the left arm go in the recovery position?
Excuse me. Hello? Right. Yes, I see. Thank you, Irene. I'm terribly sorry, everyone. I've got to leave. There's a code indigo at work.
Please, Claire, in the name of God, take me with you. Think dinner might be a little late. Bombay mix, anyone?
Irene, my eternal friend. Let me pour you another drink. And thank you again.
Oh, Claire, once again, my pleasure.
May I just say, actually, Irene, that today you displayed sensitivity and initiative that is completely lacking from your usual working practices.
Oh, high praise indeed. But I can't take all the credit.
We were having a wee office party. Thought you might like to get away and join us.
And you were right.
Here's the Code Indigo. Rescued me from the suffocating affections of two elderly aunts.
Rescued me from an afternoon with my hypercritical mother who's still crowing over my divorce from Simon.
Rescued me from a cramped bedsit with only a screaming, teething toddler for company.
Here's the Code Indigo!
Yay!
So, Megan, who's looking after little Brenda? Megan?
I'll just finish this and then I best be off.
You have been listening to Clare and the Community by Harry Venning and David Ramsden. Starring Sally Phillips, Nina Conti, Gemma Craven, Alex Lowe, Richard Lumsden, Ellen Thomas and Andrew Wincott. With Phil Davis, Brigit Forsyth, Christine Kavanagh and Gerard McDermott. The producer was Katie Tyrrell. Clare and the Community by Harry Venning and David Ramsden. Episode 3, Brenda's Birthday.
Hello? Helen, hi. No, you didn't wake me. You know, I am in bed, but I wasn't asleep. I have to tell you, Helen, my Brian has been such a star these last few days. Here he comes, bringing me my supper on a tray. It's funny to think it takes a flu epidemic to make you really appreciate someone. Yeah, he did. He did everything I told him to. He tucked me up in bed to keep me warm. He's brought in the telly so that I won't get bored. He even slept on the sofa so as not to disturb my sleep. He waited on me, hand and foot. He's generally done everything possible to keep up my strength and conserve my energies. Otherwise, God knows, I might have gone down with it as well.
Dolly. Claire, we have a tea bag.
How should I know? Who do you think I am, the flaming tea bag fairy?
What does that mean?
It means use your eyes and look. You're like a helpless baby sometimes.
I haven't done anything to deserve this, Claire. Do you think you're behaving a little unfairly towards me?
Well, you know, very possibly, Brian, but I did warn you when we first met. I'm not a morning person. Subsequently, I reserve the right to be grumpy, irritable and short-tempered in the morning.
But it isn't morning.
It is somewhere.
Beats me why you offered to help organise Brenda's birthday.
This has nothing to do with Brenda's birthday, or the fact that Megan has guilt-tripped me into helping out.
Well, you are Brenda's godmother.
No, don't you start. Hello? Yeah, is that Uncle Fun's Fabulous Factory? It isn't. Oh, it's Fabulous Uncle Fun's Fabulous Fun Factory. Yeah, well, I'm sure it is important. Look, I'm organising a birthday party for my friend's little girl. I was wondering if you rented out bouncy castles. You do? Well, that is... Yay, that's terrific. No, okay, yeah, the thing is, I think that castles are a little bit militaristic. So, do you offer anything a bit more positive, like a bouncy library or a bouncy hospital? No, I'm perfectly serious. And up yours too.
Morning, everyone.
Morning, Helen.
Morning, Ray. Ray? Ray, is everything all right?
No, I'm fine.
No, you're not. You've been crying.
Yes, I have. I guess I'm not all right then.
Oh, Ray. How could you let yourself get into such a state? Why didn't you come to us, your colleagues, for support?
Because I thought nobody cared. Because I thought you weren't interested. Because I thought that you wouldn't take it seriously.
That is so ridiculous, Ray. Claire! Ray's having one of his tizzies. Could you come and deal with him?
I am busy. You have to believe me, Megan. I spent the entire weekend on the phone.
Honestly, Claire, how difficult can it be to book a bouncy castle?
Look, I did track down a children's entertainer who's going to do a puppet show.
Good, because I was up till 5 a.m. making Brenda's birthday invitations. There's 4 to choose from. You can have Brenda's head cut out and stuck on a Teletubby, Brenda's head cut out and stuck on a Tweenie, Brenda's head cut out and stuck on Andy Pandy, and Brenda's head cut out and stuck on William Wallace, the 14th century Scottish patriot.
Wow. Put me down for William Wallace.
Oh, actually, I've only got the one William Wallace, and I'm sending that to Gordon. He's coming down from Scotland.
Ooh, who's Gordon? Is it someone special?
My oldest friend. He's very special indeed. But not like that. Gordon doesn't like girls, if you know what I mean.
Oh, he's like Ray, is he?
Oh, no, Gordon's lovely. Just a minute, Helen, I've got your invitation.
Oh, Megan, that's beautiful. You must have put so much effort into that.
Aye, I did. Well, folk must think I'm awfully stupid, making a big fuss, but until you know what it's like to carry a life inside you for 9 months, bring it into the world, suckle it, protect it, watch it grow from a wee babe to a bonny child of 1 year old, how could anyone understand?
I know. I remember my Gareth's first birthday.
Aye, well, I can't stand here chatting. Cheerio.
Collicut! Yes, Collicut, you! Watch this, Brian. Stop wangling on the lentil slab! The lentil slab, boy! Stop wangling on it! Look at his face. Completely baffled. Brilliant.
So, Simon, fancy a pint tonight?
Do grizzlies defecate in the conifers?
Oh, I'll take that gibberish as a yes, shall I?
With the usual proviso.
Can't you take an evening off from chasing women?
Of course I can. As long as one doesn't walk past.
I'm just glad I've got Claire and don't have anything to do with women anymore.
You just don't understand them, that's your problem.
Oh, and you do?
I do. If you want to succeed with women, Brian, there are only 2 things to remember. First, ask her lots of questions about herself. Second, try and stay awake when she answers. Turnbull! Who put the bam in the bam-a-lam-a-lam? Was it you?
Okay, team. Are there any other issues before I call this team meeting to a close?
Yes, one small thing. Before anyone rushes out and buys a present for Brenda, could they check the list of emails so there's no doubling up?
I'm sure we will.
Oh, please remember to buy clothes one size up, otherwise she'll grow out of them in no time.
Thank you, Megan.
Oh, and if you can't find anything suitable, please don't feel embarrassed, to give cash.
Any non-Brenda related issues to discuss?
I'm actually quite concerned about Ray.
Oh, me too. He does seem a bit depressed.
More than a bit, Irene.
He isn't the jolliest of souls at the best of times.
No, something different. You just have to look at him. Pouty, sulky, bad posture, dreadful complexion.
I am here, you know.
Yes, we do know, Ray, and we are very concerned.
You know, Ray, I happen to believe that deciding to share a problem is the first step to solving it.
Well, I guess that you're right. Well, Helen, where are you going?
Well, I've done my bit.
Helen, stay, please. Oh, tell us, Ray, we're interested.
You're not interested.
We're interested.
You're not interested.
We're interested.
You're not interested.
We're getting less interested.
Okay, I was with a client this morning who was very distressed, and heaven knows he had enough to be distressed about. But as I nodded sympathetically, watching the tears roll down his cheeks, a thought entered my head before I could stop it. What shall I have for lunch? Now, can you believe that? A man's life is collapsing in front of me, and all I can worry about is what I'm going to eat.
Oh, Ray, we've all been there.
I know I have.
And I'd say you cannot beat a bagel. Nutritious.
Have you tried those tuna snacks?
Oh, I find the mayonnaise taste funny. I'd rather go for a sushi box.
Pot noodles! I know I shouldn't, but I love pot noodles.
Have you all finished? Thank you. I knew my personal life was nothing, but at least I was doing a job that helped people.
You've got another job.
This job, social work. But even that doesn't hold any interest for me anymore. I have nothing in my life, and I'm going to be 40 this year.
Again.
Ray, you are showing all the textbook symptoms of a midlife crisis.
Oh, do you think so?
Convinced of it. My Stanley went through the same thing. Growing older made him feel invisible. So he tried to compensate with attention-grabbing behavior.
That's so sad.
Isn't it?
What did he do?
I can't remember.
Brian was once completely debilitated by what he thought was existential despair, but just turned out to be the end of the football season.
Oh, I just don't know what to do.
Well, I'll tell you what I think. I think drastic situations call for drastic solutions, Ray. You need to change.
Well, if you don't mind my saying so, Claire, I find that statement insensitive, judgmental, and downright offensive.
I think what Claire is suggesting is a makeover. She thinks you should change your style. not your personality.
Exactly. Well, maybe aspects of your personality.
I guess I just feel so frustrated at all the negative preconceptions women have about men. They expect us to be shallow, selfish and sex-obsessed. But that's not me, Brian. I would like nothing more than to share my emotions. I crave the opportunity to express my sensitivity. I long to give and to receive unconditional love with the right woman, whoever she may be.
Is that right?
Yes, it is. So, any reaction?
No, nothing.
Do you think she heard me?
There's a lot of background noise in here. Try it again a bit louder.
I guess I just feel so frustrated at the negative preconceptions women have about...
Abort. A boyfriend has just joined her.
Are you sure it's her boyfriend?
Full tongue?
Oh, I don't know, Brian. My heart's just not in this. I threw away my one chance of happiness. I don't deserve another.
You made a mistake. Everyone's entitled to a second chance.
Do you think so?
Look, Simon, everyone knows you're still in love with Helen. Everyone, that is, except Helen. What have you got to lose from just telling her?
Great idea. If she'd only let me near her.
Now, look, Megan is holding a birthday party for a little girl on Saturday. Helen will be there. Why don't you come along and wait in the wings for a good time to talk to her?
I'll do it. Yes, if I could just find Helen, get her on her own, hold her in my arms and say to her, you saved me when you married me. You picked me up when I was down. You gave me back my self-respect. It was you gave me the confidence to sleep with another woman.
Maybe not in so many words, Simon. Maybe not in any of those words.
Turning middle-aged, that's what did it. Drove me a bit crazy.
Oh, what is everyone on about? Midlife crisis? I've never felt better. Youth culture is so tyrannical. You have to be cool, look good, dress right, sleep around, party hard, do everything the peer group demands. As a middle-aged man, I can say, no, I don't want to. It's so liberating. These days I'm happy with who I am, and as a result, other people are happier with me too.
Heaven help me, Helen, but I swear Brian is getting duller by the day.
You're not kidding.
Helen, have you seen Mr. Majestic's file?
It's over there on Megan's desk.
Claire, would you just remind me when is my supervision today?
4 o'clock.
Thank you.
Is this driving me mad?
Oh, just ignore it.
I can't. I'm going to have a word.
Oh, don't you dare. Ray's never been so happy since he bought those leather trousers.
Ladies, have you got a moment?
I suppose so. What is it?
I got a tattoo.
Where?
In the High Street. It's a little place called Mildred Piercings. I was very lucky. They gave me 50% off because a trainee did it.
Where on your body, Ray?
I've got 2. On my pecs. Do you want to see?
Why not? Your shirt's already unbuttoned to your navel.
Well, what do you think? Now, these are the 2 people I admire most in all the world. Winston Churchill for his indomitable spirit, and Judy Garland for her vulnerability.
Well, it's great, Ray. Which is which?
Well, obviously the one with the cigar is Churchill.
That's a cigar. I thought it was Toto.
They told me the ink has to settle and then the image will be cleaner.
I bet they did.
No, and that's not all. While I was there, I thought, what the heck? I'll have a body piercing as well. Although, for reasons of delicacy, I won't be able to show it to you.
Yeah, there's no need, Ray. I think I can see it.
Really? Well, they gave me 70% off that one because the anaesthetic didn't work.
Oh.
But it's all been worth it to create the new confident me. Well, mustache, I'm late for a home visit.
Ray really is kicking against that midlife crisis.
I thought I'd find you here behind the toilet, Helen.
Just enjoying a quick fag.
I read this really interesting article on the effects of smoking the other day.
Let me stop you there, Irene. Whatever it is, I've heard it. Lung cancer, throat cancer, mouth cancer, emphysema, gangrene, heart disease, hardened arteries, bronchitis, high blood pressure, you name it, I'm aware of it. When are you people going to learn? I choose to smoke because I enjoy it, and no scary story will ever take the pleasure away.
Apparently it gives you wrinkles.
You total cow.
Why are we here? It's a children's party. A party for children, Helen. I'll tell you why we're here. We're here out of obligation to indulge a doting parent. What is there at this party for two middle-aged women like us, eh?
My mineral water. It's vodka.
Give us a swig. Can't get dehydrated.
So the children's entertainer that I booked has arrived. Megan, he looks very professional. He looks very experienced. He's just setting up.
Hang on, Claire, I'm just on the phone. No, you listen to me, you simpering wall of snot. You have not merely lost my custom today, you have gained an enemy. And believe me, you do not want me as an enemy. I will make your lives a misery for what you've done this day. An absolute blood-curdling misery. Goodbye! See, babies, they didn't show the card I made for Brenda. What were you saying?
She's saying that the children's entertainer has arrived.
5 minutes late, I should bloody well hope so. And he'd better be good or I'll have his clackers for snackers, as my granddad used to say.
And your friend Gordon has arrived.
Oh, tell him I'm busy.
You're not serious. He hasn't seen you for 10 years.
So another 20 minutes won't kill him.
He's not just leaving him on his own. He's come down from Scotland. That's a long way.
I know where Scotland is. Thank you, Claire. Ray?
Yes, Megan?
Do me a favour, would you go and look after my gay friend Gordon?
Gay Gordon?
He's in the garden. Honestly, you'll love him.
Well, why not? Okay.
Oh, come on, it's 2:45. We should have pinned the tail on the donkey by now.
They can just calm down. Maybe put the cake knife down.
Oh, I'm sorry, Claire. It just means so much to me.
You just have to stop worrying. Everyone, apart from you, is having a fabulous time. The puppet show's about to start. Helen and Irene having a water fight in a paddling pool. And Ray's going to look after Gordon.
Oh, maybe you're right, Claire. Maybe I should just calm down. You kid by the food. If you touch that cake, I'll break your arm.
Hang on a minute. Doesn't look right.
Mr. Punch, have you done as I asked and put the baby to bed? The baby? The baby. What did you do with the baby? Children, have Mr. Punch put the baby to bed? No. I'm very cross, Mr. Punch, and I have a good mind to put that stick down. Ouch! It's the way to do it.
Okay, children, show's over. Everybody back inside the community centre. Look away. Look away.
What are you doing?
I'll tell you what I'm doing.
Stay where you are. Nobody comes around the back of the tent when the show is on. Disgraceful.
What is disgraceful is you failing to say that you ran a Punch and Judy show in your publicity.
My publicity says traditional puppeteer, and you don't get any more traditional than Punch and Judy.
Will you come out of there? I refuse to have a conversation with a glove puppet.
No, I'm in character. It would destroy the illusion for the children.
Oh yeah, I see. So you don't want to destroy the illusion for the children, but you're perfectly happy to entertain them with brutality and with murder.
Honestly, this is political correctness gone mad. It's only a puppet show.
It's a celebration of violence.
Oh, no, it isn't.
Oh, yes, it is.
No, it isn't.
No, stop it. Don't you start that. Your so-called puppet show is totally inappropriate as an entertainment for children. They're quite apart from the violence. What sort of dietary example do you think those sausages set?
Look, madam. Look, miss. Punch and Judy have delighted children for hundreds of years.
It doesn't make the content any more appropriate.
You're missing the point. Mr. Punch embodies a spirit of anarchism that young children can really identify with.
I'm sorry, but bringing a woman into the argument doesn't make it any more acceptable.
Sexist?
Sexist? Sexist? Why is it sexist?
You're saying women aren't capable of taking part in an objective discussion.
I am saying no such thing.
Well, that's what it sounds like to me. Me too.
You're so funny. I hope you don't mind me coming over and talking to you.
Oh, no, not at all. No, I appreciate you making the effort to make a stranger welcome.
Strangers are just friends that you haven't met yet, as Mother used to say.
Yeah, my mother used to say much the same thing, only in Gaelic.
Gaelic? Oh, fantastic.
I'm a bit nervous. Sorry if I've gone on a bit.
No, not at all. I really enjoyed our conversation. Now, I never knew that Scottish country dancing could be so interesting.
Oh, well, it's my life. Or at least it used to be. But recently, I've come to realise that even after fusing it with jazz funk, Scottish country dancing wasn't enough. There was something missing. Do you know what I mean?
Yes. Oh, yes, I do. I know exactly what you mean.
I realised that I'd never been true to myself.
Oh, boy, does that resonate with me.
I've been waiting for things to happen instead of making them happen.
Exactly. Not so long ago, I wouldn't have even had the courage to come over and chat to you. But I am so glad I did.
So am I.
Life is not a rehearsal.
You've got to go for it.
Oh, go for it, Gordon, go for it.
I only wish I'd realised it earlier.
It's never too late. For example, I've always wanted a tattoo, but it was only last week that I plucked up the courage to actually get one.
Me too. Last Monday.
Oh, you're kidding. Oh, well, you show me yours, and I'll show you mine.
No, I'll show you mine if you show me yours.
Oh, come on, let's do it together on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Oh, bugger.
Claire, what on earth did you think you were doing getting rid of the puppeteer?
His act was totally inappropriate, Megan. He was on the verge of performing Punch and Judy.
He was the children's entertainer, for crying out loud. Now we don't have anyone to entertain the children.
Oh, what can I say? I'm sorry.
Oh, this is Brenda's birthday, Claire, so I'm sorry this doesn't cut it. Now, you were supposed to provide the entertainment, so you had better start entertaining me.
I love her, Ray. I've always loved her. But I didn't dare to dream that she loved me back. For years she was my country dancing partner, and everyone was always commenting on what a handsome couple we made. Me, I could never find the courage to express my feelings. I did sometimes think I might dance a little closer to her, but I never dared risk it. Especially in competition where judges dock points for that kind of thing. You see, in Scottish country dancing...
No, get on with it.
Anyway, my love stayed unspoken, and when she moved down south I thought she was lost to me forever. Then I received the invitation to Brenda's birthday party, and I resolved to grasp the nettle, seize the day, and let the world know how I felt. And that basically is how I came to have Megan's name tattooed on my arm.
Right.
Anyway, that's enough about me and my tattoo. Let's talk about yours. So are you a big fan of the two Ronnies then?
And do you know what happened next, children? That's right. Everybody lived happily ever after. So, who wants to hear another one of Auntie Claire's case report?
Oh, this is a disaster. I might as well cut my losses and stuff the wee beasties full of cake and send them packing. I so wanted it to be special.
Oh, don't give up yet. Irene's got kids. Maybe she'll know what to do. I'll go and fetch her. She's still underneath the kitchen table.
Oh, forget it. Things couldn't get any worse. Oh, no, I spoke too soon. Here comes Ray with a face like a flat backside.
What's up, Ray?
My romantic hopes, Claire, up in smoke.
But I thought you and Gordon were hitting it off. Everyone was saying what a handsome couple you made.
Look, Megan, I think it's very important you go and talk to your friend Gordon. I think he wants to marry you.
What?
He isn't gay.
No. I can't marry Gordon. I still love him. Oh, I'm just going to have to break his heart before we cut the cake. Wish me luck.
Oh, Ray, you don't know anything about entertaining children, do you?
No, I would not. Now, if you'll excuse me, I shall be finding the nearest pub and taking comfort in a skinful of alcohol. You can change how you look, Claire, but you can't change what you are, and I am one of life's losers. Goodbye.
Ray, stop. Can you walk back here?
What?
The children, Ray. The children just love your squeaky trousers.
My trousers squeak.
Hello, Gordon.
Megan.
Are those flowers for me?
I suppose so.
Gordon,
Megan.
Please, Gordon, let me speak first. I know why you're here, and I'm incredibly flattered. Truly I am. I just want to say that you are the kindest, sweetest, most generous man I've ever known.
Here comes the big but.
Is Ray shown up?
No, I meant...
Oh, sorry, right, yes, I'm with you. Where was I?
Most generous man.
Oh, yeah, all that stuff. And one day, you will make a wonderful husband for a very lucky woman, but it won't be me. I'm not in love with you, Gordon. I'm sorry, I won't marry you.
OK, no probs.
What do you mean, no probs?
It isn't a problem, that's fine. By the way, Mrs. Macleod in the Invernuki post office, she sends her regards.
Hang on, Gordon, isn't it polite just to be a tiny weeny bit heartbroken?
Oh, I'm sorry, I don't mean to be rude. Honestly, cross my heart, hope to die. 20 minutes ago I would have been annihilated. But I was sitting here, I was waiting for you to show up, and I met this fabulous woman. I'd never seen anything like her.
I saw a mouse. Where? There on the stair. Where on the stair? Right there. A little mouse with clogs on. There, I declare. Going clip-clippity clop on the stair. Right there! Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you.
Ray, you're a natural.
Claire, I love it. Performing, being appreciated. The crowd crying out for more. Oh, do you think it's like this for Madonna?
Sure it is.
Well, if you'll excuse me, my audience.
Of course. Oh, Helen, would you mind telling me, am I leaning up against a wall or have I fallen over?
Irene, have you seen my shoe? I can't find my shoe anywhere.
There she is, Simon. There's Helen. Come on, mate. England expects. Strike while the iron's hot. Chuck's away. What are you waiting for?
Actually, Brian, I was waiting for her to stop being sick.
She stopped. Off you go.
Hello, Helen.
Simon, what are you doing here?
Oh, just dropped by. No, that's not strictly accurate. I think perhaps it's time to stop dealing in lies of every kind and tell the truth. I came here to see you. You're looking... well, pissed, actually, since I'm telling the truth. But you look pretty good on it.
Thank you. You look terrible.
I feel terrible. Helen, I'm not here to ask you to forgive me. I wouldn't insult you. How I behaved was reprehensible. But you must believe me when I say that I have regretted my stupidity every day since you left. I suppose the reason I'm here is to say...
Sorry, pet. I can't find your shoe anywhere. Still, you'll not be needing it for what we'll be doing, eh?
Simon, this is...
Gordon.
Gordon. That's Simon.
What?
I hate to hurry you, Helen, but I've booked a hotel room by the hour.
Well, it's nice to see you, Simon.
You too?
Oh, no, not I. I will survive. As long as I know how to love, I know I'll stay alive. I've got all my life to live. I've got all my love to give. And I'll survive. I will survive. I will survive. Thank you. And here's another personal favourite of mine from the very wonderful Miss Barbara Streisand. Feeling nothing more.
You have been listening to Clare and the Community by Harry Benning and David Ramsden. Starring Sally Phillips, Nina Conti, Gemma Craven, Alex Lowe, Richard Lumsden, Lewis Macleod, Ellen Thomas and Andrew Wincott. The producer was Katie Tyrrell. Clare and the Community by Harry Venning and David Ramsden. Episode 4. We need to talk about Brian.
Why is he doing that?
I don't know.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't. Why do you always do this? We came into the cinema together, we've watched the same film. So why do you think I'm privy to some secret information nobody else is?
Who is she again?
The scientist's daughter.
thought she was dead.
Well, she's not.
So who was that in the reservoir? Shh! Don't shush me, Brian. Who's that again?
James Bond.
What did he say? What did he say? I didn't hear what he said. Why do they always have to mumble in modern films?
Well, because inaudible dialogue creates a sense of tension amongst the audience. It's both demanding and uncomfortable, reflecting the hostile environment in which the thriller is set. It's also a method of spreading disinformation, keeping the viewer guessing as...
Fucking it, you noisy git, I'm trying to watch this. Yes, shut up!
Sorry.
Yes, Brian, shut up.
Oh, could you get that for me, Ray?
But it's your phone.
So?
You're sat next to it.
Please, I'm expecting an important call.
Well, answer it.
I can't. I'm at a really good bit.
So am I. Beginning of chapter 2.
Beginning of chapter 2 is brilliant.
Don't tell me you'll spoil it.
Oh, they'll call back.
Irene, can I have a word?
Of course. Oh, just let me get to the end of this paragraph.
No, Irene, in private.
It's okay. I'm not listening.
Okay, Helen, what's the problem?
You, Irene. Your timekeeping is abysmal. Your files aren't up to date, your desk is a mess, and your whole attitude to this job stinks of complacency. But don't look at him, look at me. I am the one doing the talking. I've given you plenty of chances to change your ways, but you've just thrown them back in my face. You leave me no option. You're fired.
Helen, you can't fire me.
I know, but I wanted to see what it felt like. Well, you know, when Alan Sugar does it, it looks such fun.
Isn't it a shame that we work in a profession where everybody knows their employment rights?
I thought you said you weren't listening.
Sorry.
Sorry does not cut it, Ray. That was a blatant contravention of confidentiality. You're fired. Oh, it feels great. I want to find Megan. Where is she?
Having supervision with Claire.
It's just that I'm finding the job particularly stressful at the moment, because being a social worker and a single parent is difficult. When I'm at work, I'm worried about Brenda. When I'm at home, I'm worried about clients. I mean, I know I'm not supposed to get emotionally involved. It's just...
Yeah, sorry, Megan, just let me just deal with this. Claire Barker. Right, I see. No, I'm afraid I won't pass that message on. Because you haven't the authority to fire her, Helen, that's why. Sorry, Megan, what were you saying?
I say how stressed I am at the moment. I don't feel I'm getting enough support from you. I mean, you're not taking your role as my supervisor seriously.
Megan, how can you say that?
Well, first, because you schedule our meeting right at the end of the day, and second, because you're standing by the door with your coat on.
That's because I'm meeting Brian. We've got to see the solicitor about exchanging contracts.
And that's more important than my personal and professional distress.
Thanks, Megan. I knew you'd understand. Come on, Brian. Quick, come in here.
Okay, don't push. I'm getting really sick of this, Claire. Whenever we come into town, I seem to spend half my time being bundled into the nearest shop because you've seen a client you want to avoid.
I'm not avoiding him, Brian. I just sense that now is not an appropriate time to greet Mr. Graham so soon after accidentally informing on him to housing benefits.
Claire?
No, he's just stopped. What's he stopped for? All right, Brian. He'll move on in a minute and we can go.
Have you noticed where we are?
We're in a shop.
A fetish shop.
Oh, really? Oh, well, that would explain all the sex toys. I know it's a fetish shop. So what?
Well, nothing.
So stop blushing. Just move away from the display if it makes you feel inadequate.
How do you know I feel perfectly comfortable in this environment?
Can I help you?
No! Oh. Fine, thank you.
If you do need any help, I'll be in bondage.
Pretty tied up at the moment, are you?
Like I said, just call if you need any help.
Thank you.
Come on, Mr. Graham. Don't want to be in here all day.
Hey, Claire, look at these. Clackers. Remember clackers?
Brian, those aren't clackers. People stuff them up there. Oh, hold on. Quick, Brian, let's get out of here.
No.
What?
We can't. Not yet. See the girls across the road? They're in my English A-level group. I can't be seen leaving a fetish shop.
Okay, come on. Who's been clacking the love egg?
Sorry, I thought...
Why you make me so angry? You've walked in here with no intention of buying anything. You just come to gawp. Clear off.
Now?
Yes, now, unless you're going to buy something.
Actually, there is something I'd like to buy.
What's that?
Would you happen to have a copy of the Kama Sutra?
You sure about that, Brian? A bit ambitious, isn't it, for a man who has trouble putting his socks on?
Actually, Claire, the Kama Sutra is a sacred work of Hindu literature.
It's over there, top shelf. What? He can't move at all.
No, his back just went. He was in agony.
And all down to the Kama Sutra.
I'm afraid so.
I hope you don't mind me asking, Claire, but what exactly was Brian trying to do?
He was trying to get it down off the shelf.
Poor Brian.
Oh, don't give me poor Brian. We're moving house this weekend. Who do you think's going to do all the packing with Brian laid up on the sofa? Muggins here. That's who. Still, at least it gets me out of Helen's ridiculous book group.
Oh, Claire, it'll be fun. I can't wait. I haven't read a book since Brenda was born, but I'm really determined to get through this one. I mean, a chapter here, a paragraph there. I'll find the time. I'm just so looking forward to an intelligent, informed discussion.
Well, good for you.
I mean, I wouldn't have chosen an autobiography myself, but this Peter Andre fella sounds quite interesting.
Evening, Brian. Don't get up.
Very funny, Simon.
Evening, Claire.
Busy?
She's sorting through my stuff for the charity shop.
Never let a woman sort through your stuff, old man.
Why not?
Bound to find something incriminating.
Rubbish.
Denim jacket with Oasis and Blur patches sewn on.
I can't throw that out.
I find that I can. It's on.
Well, Brian, everyone in the staff room sent their best regards, and it was even suggested we club together and buy you a car.
Oh, really?
Lost on a show of hands, I'm afraid. But it was bloody close.
I suppose the whole school is discussing my accident.
What? What? That you were seen being carried out of a sex shop on a stretcher? It's hardly been mentioned.
It wasn't a sex shop, it was a fetish shop.
Well, that makes all the difference. I'll have headmistress make an announcement in assembly.
Green corduroy trousers.
Yeah, definitely, keep them.
No, they've gone. Black turtleneck sweater.
Yes.
No, it's gone. Some sort of headwear.
My beret.
That is gone. Duffel coat.
I've never had a duffel coat.
That's mine.
Gone.
But...
No, Simon. Believe me, it's not worth it. I'll buy you another one.
And Megan told Peggy, who told Kenneth, who told me they were having sex on the top shelf of a bookcase when it happened.
Wow.
It's always the quiet ones. That'll be Megan.
I'm sorry I'm a bit late. Brenda wouldn't settle with the babysitter.
Oh, no problem, Megan. Take a seat.
I finished the book, hooray! I read the last chapter on the way over here.
Oh, great.
Oh, well done.
Good for you.
I have devoted every waking second to reading this book. You know, Brenda crying, eyelids drooping, body aching with exhaustion, the battle's on. This is one challenge I would not let defeat me.
That's the spirit. So, shall we start?
Well, I've downloaded some questions from the internet, if that would help.
Oh, good idea.
Okay, first question. What did we think of the multiple narrative?
Sorry?
That the story is told from several perspectives.
I must have missed that.
No, let's forget the internet questions. Keep it more casual. Who enjoyed reading Star of the Sea?
Star of the what?
Star of the Sea, the book.
I'm sorry, but I've just read Peter Andre's autobiography.
Oh.
The book we agreed on, remember?
At first, but we changed the book.
Nobody told me.
It appears not.
Peter Andre!
Sorry.
I was up until 2 in the morning reading about the first time he had highlights in his hair. I was up again at 6 learning the secret of his six-pack. And do you know what kept me going? It was a thought that this would provide a basis for some stimulating debate, intellectual argument and adult conversation, all of which has been missing from my life since my baby was born.
Given all the time, effort and energy that she spent on it, I think it's only fair that Megan is given the chance to tell us what her book was like.
Well, it was crap, wasn't it? Peter sodding Andre for crying out loud. What do you think it was like?
Well, that's a pity, Megan, because our book was brilliant.
It was, wasn't it?
I loved every page.
Best book I ever read.
I'll get that. You just talk amongst yourselves.
It's so moving. I love that.
Hello, Claire. What are you doing here? Don't tell me you've read Star of the Sea as well.
No, Megan. I've been reading something else entirely.
Right, Brian. My go. I've thrown a 7, which takes me to Mayfair, which I do not hesitate to purchase. Your throat. 11, taking you to Mayfair, incurring a swinging fine. Don't mind if I help myself to your money, do you, Brian?
Do I have a choice? What is the point of this, Simon?
Well, I'm just trying to take your mind off things, laid up and all that.
But you could at least move the board somewhere so I can see it.
Forget it, Brian. You're rubbish at Monopoly anyway. I know what we can play. I spy with my little eye.
Yeah, son, unless the answer is ceiling, there really is no point in me playing that.
No offence, Brian, but you really aren't the easiest chap to cheer up.
Oh, well, don't mind me, Simon. If you want to go out...
No. You were there for me when my marriage to Helen collapsed, and I appreciated it. Maybe I didn't say it, because I'm not that kind of guy, but I decided that if the tables were ever turned and you were in a fix, I'd be by your side. Anything you need, mate. And I'm here.
Good. Because I do need some help going to the toilet.
Except that.
Cup of tea, Claire?
No, thanks. Have you got anything stronger?
Brandy. That's always good for shocks. So, it was whilst you were packing up Brian's stuff you came across his diary?
Yeah. Hidden inside the box for a fondue set. He must have thought we'd never open that again.
I gave you that fondue set. And you read Brian's diary?
Only because it fell open.
Yeah. 365 times.
Something like that. The point is, what I read has turned everything upside down. If it's true, it means that Brian isn't the man I thought he was.
Oh, that's great news!
No, for the worse.
Blimey.
Well, eavesdroppers rarely hear well of themselves, Claire. It's an intrusion of privacy.
No, Ray, it's an intrusion of privacy until you find anything incriminating. Then it becomes evidence.
Evidence? Evidence of what?
Yeah, what's he been up to, Claire? That is the problem. I'm not totally sure. And that's why I brought his diary round to show you all.
You mean to say that you intend showing us Brian's most intimate personal thoughts?
Because I need your advice.
Does anybody else feel a little bit uncomfortable about this?
No.
I suppose the babysitter's booked till 11. Go on, Claire.
Well, I've gone over it time and time again, but the more I read it, the less sense it makes. I just can't believe that Brian would be capable of such a thing. But you know, it's there, in his own handwriting.
What, you're going to read it to us?
You know what? I find it too upsetting. I put post-it notes in all the relevant pages. Does somebody mind?
Me. Hand it over. Here goes. Sunday 17th. I'm tortured by indecision. This is a choice I have to make that is going to affect the rest of my life. If only there was someone I could turn to for advice. I love them both, but who do I prefer?
Wow.
Oasis or Blur?
Oasis or Blur?
Sorry, didn't I mention the diary's from 1995?
Oh. You're getting yourself all worked up about something that was written over 10 years ago.
Can you just read it, would you, Ray?
Right. Okay, to continue. Stayed in bed until 4 p.m. Missed the seminar on T.S. Eliot. Watched Countdown instead. Just Weetabix in the cupboard. So I decided to have tea
in the canteen. Passing through the student union, I was accosted by a po-faced girl with a jacket covered in badges. Against this, against that. She wanted me to sign a petition. Sign it just to shut her up. Something about guinea pigs. Filled up on chips, then went for a beer. Met Stacky, Rizzler and Tripod in the bar. Discussed our favourite Spice Girl. Mine is Posh, though she's been on the fat side. Went home and had a W.
Claire, isn't this a bit,
Turn the page.
Weetabix, because I was still a bit hungry.
I'm not sure what the relevance of this is, Claire.
Just read it.
May I? Thank you, Ray. Thursday 26th, stayed in bed till 4 p.m. Missed the lecture on E.E. Cummings. Watched Countdown.
Stacks of food in the cupboard, but thought I'd go to the canteen anyway. Po-faced girl was there again, so I signed another petition. Something about the weather. Got chatting. She thinks O.J. Simpson is an innocent victim of the institutionalised racism that pervades every strata of U.S. society. I think she may have a point. Went home and had a W.
Claire, turn the page.
H-Ord an essay to write. Couldn't concentrate for thinking about the po-faced girl. I find her strangely attractive. She has an alluring quality about her, a combination of intensity, passion, vulnerability and innocence. Not a bad set of Charlies either. If she's there again tomorrow, I shall ask her name.
Friday the 27th. Her name is Claire.
Oh. Who did you think it was going to be?
And what's more, she's asked me out. Well, she invited me on a protest march. I'm so giddy with excitement, I can't even watch Countdown. Went to the pub with the lads, but didn't really join in the conversation, who'd win a cat fight between Zoe Ball and Carol Vorderman, because I was too busy thinking about Claire. Claire. Went home and had a great big W.
Oh, what is it, Megan?
There's nothing on the next page.
Hi, Brian, I'm back. Listen to this. 18 bottles of Albanian lager for a £5. Can't say better than... Oh! Brian, what are you doing on the floor?
I thought I'd be more comfortable.
And are you?
I was until you trod on me. At least I found my bicycle clips. They're under the sofa. Along with that kebab that mysteriously disappeared.
Fabulous. I'll have that later. They're not back then?
Nah. Very odd. She ran out of the flat without even saying goodbye.
Have you done anything to upset her?
Of course not. I haven't seen her all day. She's been in the bedroom sorting through all my stuff.
Told you. She's found something incriminating.
Give it a rest, Simon. I haven't done anything to be ashamed of. Recently.
Oh, Claire, this is absolutely beautiful.
It's like Romeo and Juliet.
Anthony and Cleopatra.
Peter and Jordan.
Eloise and Abelard.
I don't know that one.
Oh, it's the most wonderful love story. But the man ends up castrated, so it's not really like Clare and Brian.
Oh, I don't know.
Look, this is just background, scene setting. The next part is the most disturbing bit.
Oh, give me the diary. Sunday 4th. I've had the most wonderful evening at the cinema with Claire. I find it so charming.
The way she asks questions all the way through the film. The Usual Suspects is, in my opinion, a modern classic. Although I had to explain the ending to Claire several times. Tuesday 6. Still explain the ending of The Usual Suspects. Had a bit of a breakthrough when I made her understand that Gabriel Byrne and Kevin Spacey are two different characters. 3 weeks, 2 days, 18 hours and 23 minutes since our first date, and things are going really well. Claire is charming, generous, good fun, and an absolute minx in the sack. The things she does with her tongue...
Actually, Irene, may I draw your attention to the post-it note with an arrow on it, directing you away from that passage and on to the next relevant passage, thank you.
Oh, come on, Claire.
Thank you, Irene.
In fact, things are going so well that I can honestly say
that I have never, ever been happier. So why, oh why does she choose this time to come back into my life? Oh, dark lady, why do you torment me like this? You know that I am powerless to resist you. Wednesday the 8th. Spent the evening with Claire, but sent her home. I said I had an essay to do. Claire was confused. It was the first night we'd spent apart, and also the first time she'd ever seen me do any college work. What choice did I have? The dark lady had made her intentions clear. She was coming tonight, whether I liked it or not. Thursday the 9th. The dark lady did not leave me until 4 p.m. Watched Countdown.
Crikey.
Wow.
Good grief.
Blimey, this is better than Star of the Sea.
Yeah. Right, chocks away. Sorry, mate. I've never really done a massage before.
Just help me roll over onto my back, will you? This carpet is playing havoc with my sinuses.
Look, I've got just what you need in the box. Just wait there.
Oh, no, I don't believe it.
Oh.
Simon, it's that bloody cat from upstairs, the one that sprays everywhere. It's going through the window. Simon! Shoo! It's circling me, Simon. Can you come back and get rid of it before it...
What's that, mate?
Too late. Never mind.
You've got no idea who the Stark Lady was.
None at all.
I don't know if this is any help, but Shakespeare dedicated the sonnets to a dark lady who many scholars actually believe to be a man.
Honestly, Ray, you gays think everybody's gay. Shakespeare's gay, Nelson's gay, Churchill's gay, Freddie Mercury's gay.
Perhaps the Dark Lady and Brian are one and the same person. You know, like in Psycho.
Don't be ridiculous.
It was better than your guess that she may have been a coal miner.
Excuse me, doesn't anybody want to know what actually happened?
Yes, I do. Pass it over. Thursday, 29th. I'm in turmoil. Part of me wants to tell Claire, but I don't know how she will react.
What if she doesn't want to see me again? The one thing I do know for certain is that I do not want the Dark Lady in my life anymore. I'm also pretty sure that Robbie's making a big mistake leaving Take That. 12 months, nobody will have heard of him.
And? Well, that's it. That is the last reference to the Dark Lady in this or any of the subsequent 12 volumes of Brian's diaries. I'm left here wondering which is the real Brian. Is it the one I've spent 12 years with? Or the one in the diary?
Maybe he's both.
I know Peter Andre was very confused when he found out Katie Price and Jordan were the same person.
Surely the point is that Brian gave the Dark Lady her marching orders. End of story. What's the problem?
A betrayal is a betrayal, Helen, no matter when it took place. It undermines our whole relationship.
If there was a betrayal. I know it's there in Brian's diaries, but this behaviour seems wildly out of character from the Brian that I know.
Yeah, it is a bit interesting.
I don't understand. What's she saying?
That the Dark Lady isn't a woman.
Oh, here we go again. Brian's gay, the Prime Minister's gay, Sooty's gay.
It might not even be a person. It might be something symbolic.
You don't send your girlfriend off so you can spend the night with something symbolic, Ray.
Well, you're just going to have to ask him then, aren't you?
Crying out loud.
Brian! Something blocking the door.
Oh! Put it in, will you? It's me!
What are you doing by the door?
I tried lying in the middle of the room, but Simon kept tripping over me.
Where is Simon?
In bed. He ate a kebab. He's not feeling well.
How's your back?
Agony.
Good.
Lovely to see you too.
Pleasantry's over. What is the meaning of this?
I can't see what you're holding. I can't sit up.
Oh, I can help.
No, Claire, please! Ah!
Can you see it now?
Yes, it's one of my diaries.
From 1995. I want you to read it, Brian. I want you to explain the meaning of this.
What?
This, Brian, this!
Oh, yes. Well, this isn't going to be easy for me, but I'll try it. The first thing you have to understand before any of it makes sense is that Kaiser Soze doesn't actually exist.
Not the usual suspects, Brian. The other page.
Oh.
Here's a smudge. There. The Dark Lady. Who is the Dark Lady, Brian? You were seeing her behind my back when we were first going out. Come on, out with it.
No. What? You're accusing me of having an affair? Oh, Claire.
Don't, Claire, me.
You are a numpty noodle. No, Claire, don't!
Stop trying to buy time. Spill.
All right. Here goes. Back in university, I took myself rather seriously.
I remember.
Right. I tried to cultivate this moody, Byronic persona as befitted an undergraduate of English.
Did you?
Yeah. Nowhere was this more reflected than in my diaries. Now, as it happens, I did used to suffer from the occasional bouts of depression. I remember reading somewhere that Churchill had personalised his depressions and given them a name. He called them his black dog, so I thought I'd do the same. The Dark Lady is my depression.
Pull the other one, Brian. That doesn't begin to explain what you've written in your diary. Oh, Dark Lady, why do you torment me like this? You know I am powerless to resist.
Depression.
Yeah? Okay, what about this then? Spent the evening with Claire, but sent her home. The Dark Lady had made her intentions clear. She was coming tonight, whether I liked it or not.
Depression.
She left at 4 p.m.
End of depression.
Went home and had a W.
All right, that's enough. But, yeah. See, hopefully I've satisfied your curiosity about the so-called Dark Lady.
I suppose so.
No more questions?
No more questions. Well, just one. If Kaiser Soze was a figment of the imagination,
Who killed all the people on the boat then?
Kevin Spacey.
No, because Kevin Spacey was one of the people killed on the boat.
No, that was Gabriel Byrne.
I'm sorry, Brian, I'm going to have to go. Are you sure you're comfortable?
Maybe if you plumped up my pillows one last time.
There you go. Oh, careful. East does it.
Lovely.
The TV remote control is next to you on the table with the flask of tea and the biscuits.
Jammy Dodgers, my favourite.
Yeah, I would nip down the road and get you a newspaper, but I'm going to be late for work.
Well, perhaps you could bring one home in your lunch break.
Okay, I'll try.
And some milk gums.
Morning, Claire. Morning, Brian.
Sorry, son, I'm just out the door. Bye, darling Brian. Bye.
Mwah. Bye, sweetheart Claire.
Tucked up on the sofa with biscuits, tea and telly. Blimey, Brian. What's happening?
What you see here, my friend, is a guilty conscience working overtime.
She's been like this all morning.
All morning and all night.
But I thought with your back you could move.
Didn't have to, mate.
Crikey, she must have felt guilty.
Yeah, she did. Did I ever tell you about my dark lady?
At university? Yeah, of course.
Yeah, well, Claire read my diary and found all the references to the dark lady. She went ballistic. Until I explained that the dark lady was the name I gave to the depressive moods that came and went unbidden into my life at that time.
Right. And she bought that?
I know, incredible, isn't it?
There you are, Brian. A lovely beer for my favourite boy.
Sorry to send you back to the kitchen, but the first one wasn't really cold enough.
That's not a problem. So, what's happening?
Claire.
Come on, Brian. I know I promised never to bombard you with questions during a film ever again, but I have just actually been to the kitchen to fetch you a beer, and I must have missed something really, really important because the film is suddenly set somewhere I don't recognise, and there's a spool of characters I've never ever seen before. The least you can do is tell me what's going on.
It's gone to an advert break.
You have been listening to Clare and the Community by Harry Venning and David Ramsden, starring Sally Phillips, Nina Conti, Gemma Craven, Alex Lowe, Richard Lumsden, Ellen Thomas and Andrew Wincott. The producer was Katie Tyrrell. Clare and the Community by Harry Venning and David Ramsden. Episode 5, The Red Cap.
Hi, Brian, I'm home.
Claire!
What are you doing?
I can explain.
I don't believe this. I come home early. I find you logged onto something. What's it called? Red Hot and Danish?
No, it's not what it seems. I thought it was a website about bacon. Please, Claire, you've got to believe me.
Sadly, Brian, I do.
So, you won't help?
I can't help, Mr. Bell. I can't help, not unless you register.
Oh, I see. So, if I was on fire, would I have to register before you put me out?
That's quite ridiculous, Mr. Bell. Although, strictly speaking, yes, you would.
Who's she?
Yeah, I told you, Mrs. Bell, she's my student.
She doesn't say much.
She just observes. Mr. and Mrs. Bell, your frustration is quite understandable.
I've had enough of this.
Yeah.
We both have.
Are you going to do anything, or aren't you?
Yeah, well, you see that there is an established procedure that does need to be followed.
Who's she again?
That's my student.
What's her name?
Ms. Bankworth.
Ms. Has somebody let a bumblebee out? A bumblebee with a speech impediment. Although we're probably not allowed to say impediment anymore because it's not PC.
Well, no, but that isn't really relevant.
Just like we're not allowed to sing Bar, Bar, Black Sheep.
Bar, bar, rainbow sheep. That's what our children have to sing.
Oh, sorry, do you have children?
No.
And we don't want children. That's our choice. Doesn't give you the right to treat us like lepers.
Mr. and Mrs. Bell, I appreciate how upset you are.
Oh, that is it. We've got better things to do with our time than be lectured by some flaming do-gooder.
Frankly, Mr. Bell, your use of language baffles me. To do or to aspire to do good, by its very definition, is a positive thing. I mean, I simply don't understand do-gooder as an insult.
Really? How about pillock? Come on, Liz, we're going.
Okay, good. Well, Titania, what did you make of that client interview?
Not your fault, Claire. They were a pair of awkward customers.
No, that is wrong. You see, as a professional, you must take full responsibility for what occurs in the interview room. What you must never, ever do is blame the clients. I mean, you know, it's not as though they deliberately came in here to make my life a misery.
Mr. and Mrs. Bell, leaving us so soon. Goodbye. Good riddance.
Well, Liz, that was terrific fun.
Terrific. Shame we didn't make her cry, though.
Yeah, can't make them all cry, love. Hey, what do you say? We go drive our housing officer up the wall.
Smashing, he cries bucket. Social worker. I am a social worker. I am a social worker.
What are you doing?
I'm practicing for Peggy's leaving party in case I meet a nice man. Whenever I tell men that I'm a social worker, their faces just go blank and it kills the conversation stone dead. So I'm practicing different ways to say it, so the job sounds interesting. Like, I am a social worker.
Oh, it's going to be a top night. Everyone's doing their bit. Christine's booked the room. Cheryl's bought some balloons. Errol's sorting out snacks and munchies. And Ray's volunteered to DJ.
DJ Ray is in the house.
And Nina has baked a cake. I tell you, Peggy's party is going to be brilliant.
Yeah, it's just a shame Peggy's going to be there.
Don't look at me like that.
Why not? You were the one who told her.
Because I thought people were invited to their own leaving do.
Not Peggy Minter. Come on, I tell you, the air is going to be sweeter around here the minute she leaves this building.
Amen to that.
Yo, chatting that breeze is mega butters, bin it, bread.
Ray, have you got any idea what you're talking about?
No.
So can you stop it?
Sorry, Kath.
Okay, everyone, I bought Peggy a present from the market. Good news is I got it half price. Bad news is I went over budget. Everyone owes me 70p.
Oh,
come on,
no.
Oh, all right. 65p if we don't wrap it.
Don't wrap it. Leave it.
What do you think?
A toy chicken.
A toy chicken that sings and dances. What's this?
Nice one, Helen. Peggy's going to hate it.
You're telling me? There's a loose connection and it has a tendency to go off at will. Well, that's why it was half price.
Can you turn it off?
No.
Even better. Can you put it somewhere out of the way until tonight?
Well, if you'll excuse me, I have to go to every florist in the area, buy up every bouquet, every spray and basket available. It's going to cost a fortune, but it will be worth it.
You're going to give all those flowers to Peggy?
Nope, and neither is anybody else.
Claire, I've done the photocopying you asked for, and I'm ready for my supervision. You did say, 1100 hours.
Oh, punctual as always. In fact, team. Let me introduce you to my new student, Titania. Titania, meet the team. This is, Ray,
Hello.
Helen, Irene, Megan.
I prefer Titty.
No problem. We're equal ops.
Nickname.
Got it.
So, Titty, are you ready to walk down the mean streets of social work?
Oh, I've walked mean streets you could never imagine, Ray.
Yeah, Titty's a former Red Cap. 15 years with the military police.
Suffice to say, I won't need too much nursemaiding.
Well, I'm glad to hear it. I can teach students, but I haven't really got the time to toughen them up.
Tough is my middle name.
Well, you just come on, tough Titty. Let's go and do some good.
Bring it on! There's an awful lot of testosterone around here, and I don't think it's me.
Pendred, don't you dare walk away!
Pendred, come back here this minute and untie us!
Hello, Simon. I can feel a bit of give in the ropes if I wriggle my wrists.
All credit to that little sod Pendred. He knows how to tie a knot.
So, have you given any thought to my suggestion?
What? Come along to your men's group? No way!
Please. Ever since I became chairman, the numbers have plummeted. If they have fresh face, it might stop the rot.
Sorry, not my idea of a great night out.
Fair enough. Hang on. I think I've got a hand free. In no time.
Well done, Brian. But I think you should untie the Ofsted inspector first.
This is going straight in my report.
Well, Titty, you're about to have a guided tour of the notorious Sparrowhawk estate. All human life and all human misery is contained within these
concrete walls and walkways. Some would call it a baptism of fire, but, I always think a student social worker should know what they're letting themselves in for. Ever been to war-torn West Africa, Claire? No, Tissy? No, I haven't. I have. And once you've been on patrol through the shanty towns of Liberia and Sierra Leone, you realise places like the Sparrowhawk Estate aren't so bad after all. Maybe so, but I am still responsible for your safety, so stay close and do as I say. Understand? No need to salute, just say yes. Sorry, force of habit. I understand. First off, Titty, this is gang territory. It's their turf, okay? But as long as we respect that, they'll leave us alone. Hong Kong. Now, there's a place for gangs. Ever taken a walk along the Hong Kong waterfront after dark, Claire? No, Titty, I haven't. Well, don't. Not without full body armour and a big bloody gun. I'll try and remember that. Once you've felt the swish of a triad machete fly past your face, a couple of sulky British boys on BMX bikes don't hold the same fear, believe me. Is that so? Look, there's a greasy spoon round the corner. The food is terrible, but we can get out of the cold for a bit. No such thing as terrible food, Claire. Not once you've eaten insects and grass for 3 days. Training in the Brecon Beacons I was. Hiding from the SAS. And they'd never have found me if it wasn't for the diarrhoea. Let's forget lunch. One day, Brian, one day. I've already had enough of that. Have you ever done this, Claire? Have you ever done that, Claire? I have. I've done everything. God, there's nothing worse than a macho social worker, Brian. She tells me how fearless she is. One more time, I am going to scream.
Anybody who says they're not scared is either a liar or a fool. There's a job to be done, and you've just got to get on and do it.
Thank you, Brian. That is actually quite supportive.
John Wayne, Sands of Iwo Jima.
Thanks, anyway.
Is she going to Peggy's Do tonight?
Oh, expect so.
In which case, I might meet her. I'll pop in after men's group.
Okay, but I have to warn you. She's got a funny name.
What sort of funny name?
Well, she's got the sort of funny name that you're going to giggle at. You're going to make an inappropriate joke about it. You're just going to look embarrassed at it.
What is it?
It's Titty.
Titty? What's funny about that?
Oh, come on, Brian. Titty. Titty. Titty, titty. As in titties.
It's probably Letitia or Titania. In fact, there's a character called Titty in Arthur Ransom's classic children's book, Swallows and Amazons.
Swallows and Amazons?
Yeah, you remember. Simon bought the video because he saw the title and thought it was a porn film.
Just the point I'm making is that if you are going to laugh about it, can you just get it out of your system and laugh now?
There's nothing to laugh about. Credit me with some maturity.
Well, it's 8:15 and I can only assume that Chairman Brian will not be attending this evening's men's group. So in his absence, men's group has a choice. Either we stick to the designated discussion topic, brute strength and the crisis in masculinity, or we bitch about Brian.
Bitch about Brian. It's always crisis this or crisis that with Brian.
Yeah, he's got to lighten up.
Hello, everyone. Sorry I'm late. Where is everyone? Where's Neil?
He's upset because he thinks you don't like his new girlfriend.
Oh, I do like his new girlfriend. I'm delighted for Neil. He's finally got a girlfriend. Just don't want him bringing her to men's group again.
Actually, I'm with Brian on this one. I didn't mind the kissing so much, but what they got up to on the floor was totally distracting.
What about Tony? Tony's a founder member.
Russell brought him tennis lessons for his birthday. Tony sends his apologies, but they clash with men's group.
Yeah, but for men's group to represent the full spectrum of male experience, it must offer a homosexual perspective. Yeah, we need a gay voice. Glenn, I was wondering...
No way! No, I only did it the once! Honestly, I wish I'd never mentioned it.
I was wondering if you could call Tony and ask him to reconsider.
Am I?
Sorry, Brian, it's not going to happen. Tony's history.
Oh, well, if this is everybody, let's get this meeting started. Right, the crisis in masculinity. Strength through deception. Who wants to begin?
Actually, Brian, the lads and I were having a chat, and we feel that since everyone has had a quiet week on the emotional front, nobody has burning issues around their sexuality to discuss, and we're all pretty comfortable in our maleness. Can we talk about football?
Football? What, like male aggression channeled through the rudimentary tribe structure offered on the terraces? Yeah.
No? Well, who scored against who on Saturday?
Yeah, we could, Glyn, but this is a men's group, not a sports forum.
Besides, you don't like football. I do. You don't even understand the offside rule.
I told you they ain't confident.
Sorry.
Cry out loud, Brian.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
It doesn't have to be about football.
Right, so what else do you want to talk about?
Well, for example, Colin, Glyn and I have all got children at the age of 5.
Excellent. We can discuss, nature or nurture, the masculine role model in preschool child rearing.
Or we can talk about the presenters on the CBeebies channel.
Sarah Jane off Tikabilla.
Oh, Napoli from Boogie BBs.
Miss Hooley.
No! Look, I'm sorry, gentlemen, but you're just pandering to a ridiculous, shallow stereotype of maleness. Men's Group is here to free us from that. It provides an environment in which we are comfortable both in ourselves and with each other. What was that?
And that was ABBA. And now, ABBA.
I'm a social worker. I'm a social worker. I'm joining the party to see.
Party? Call this a party? Tell me, Claire, have you ever had a drinking competition against the parachute regiment? That's a party. I'll see you later, Titty.
Ray, do you have any records that aren't ABBA?
I've got some Mahler.
Oh, forget it.
Evening, Helen, Irene. How's it hanging?
Well, remarkably well. Even with Peggy here, well, everybody seems to be having a good time.
Of course, it means we won't be able to burn the effigy tonight.
Yeah, that is a shame.
Speak of the devil and she'll appear.
Oh, my cue to go to the toilet.
Mine too.
Excuse me, I've got to stick my head in a box of records.
Wait for me.
Claire!
Peggy.
I just popped over to say thank you for the chicken.
It's a pleasure.
So, anything you want to say to me? Sorry? Come on, Claire. I think it's time for some honesty, don't you?
You've lost me.
This is my last night before I go off to quadruple my salary as a recruitment consultant. And your last chance to tell me what you think of me.
Look, Peggy, should we just have a drink and keep it light?
Come on, spit out.
What would it achieve?
All right, I want to know.
What? You want to know the truth?
The truth.
Unshaved armpits?
Thank you, Ian. Unshaved armpits. Anything else we men pretend to like just to keep the peace with our women?
Lynette from Desperate Housewives.
French and Saunders. Oral sex?
Really? Giving or receiving?
You can receive it.
Right, any other suggestions?
There it is again.
Look, we're doing good work here. Just ignore it. Come on, keep it going.
Well, they certainly seem to be enjoying themselves.
So, we have established that female confidence in a relationship is often based upon male...
Who are they?
I know. Who? It's the bereavement support group.
No, Glenn. No, they're on the other side.
Look, it doesn't matter who it is. They shouldn't be there. This is a serious discussion group and we can't hear ourselves think.
Sounds like it's all women.
What? Like a women's group? Well, it can't be.
Well, why not?
Because women aren't funny.
They are to each other.
Which beggars the question, what are they laughing at?
I know what they're laughing at. What do women always laugh at? Men! That's what! They're laughing at us! They're laughing at us!
Glyn!
Us! They're laughing at us!
Glyn! Calm down!
No!
Sorry, Glyn, I had to do it.
I understand, Brian. Thanks.
Look, this is quite intolerable. Someone has to go next door and ask them to keep the noise down. Any volunteers? Oh, come on now, volunteer. This is absurd. What are you scared of?
Women. How fascinating.
Well, not really. It's just a job like any other.
I don't know how you can say that. It must have taken years of dedication and training.
Well, it is a demanding profession.
And how long have you been an acrobat?
Hi, Irene.
What have you been saying for Peggy?
What do you mean?
She's in the toilet crying. You She says you made her cry.
I did no such thing.
Claire,
What?
I've just heard what you did to Peggy. It was a bit brutal, wasn't it?
She asked me what I thought of her.
Oh, what did you say?
You know, just stuff that you say all the time, Irene.
Not to her face.
Claire, you are seriously out of order. Peggy is heartbroken.
She made me do it.
Ah, yes. The classic Nuremberg defence.
Oh, come on, give it a rest. She's hard as nails.
Not anymore.
Peggy's locked herself in the ladies, Claire. I think you should talk to her and persuade her to come out. Otherwise, we're going to have to start using the men's.
So, to recap, we men are allowed to lie, A, when it endorses, strengthens and supports a greater truth, and B, when she's really, really furious.
How long is it now?
Look, Glenn, can you stop asking how long it is now? It's 2 minutes since you last asked.
22 minutes. Colin's been gone 22 minutes. What have they done with Colin?
It's gone very quiet. There hasn't been any laughter for a while.
Perhaps Colin has just gone home.
No. His jacket is still here. Colin isn't going to go home without his jacket. He's only just bought the jacket. He loves the jacket.
Glenn, why did you just slap me?
Sorry, Brian, I'm getting a bit confused.
No, let's all calm down. I suggest we continue to do what we came here to do. Right, so, masculinity in crisis.
I heard Colin.
No.
I did. I heard Colin. He's in there with the women. The women have got him. And he's laughing along.
I heard him.
Yes, I heard him too.
I'm going next door.
What about the men's group?
To bring Colin back.
You are coming back, right, with Colin?
Of course.
Promise?
Peggy? Hello, Peggy? Peggy? Claire? Will you please open the door? Come on, Peggy, I know you're in there.
All right, I'm in here. Now, leave me alone.
Oh, come on, open the door, Peggy. We need to talk.
So, talk.
Well, apparently you have misconstrued some of my earlier comments.
A poisonous bag of spite? How does one misconstrue that?
You've taken it out of context.
I can't wait to see the back of you, you poisonous bag of spite.
Was that the context? Peggy, I don't really understand. You came up to me, you demanded to know the truth. What did you expect me to say?
That you like me.
But why would I say that?
Because I thought you liked me. Nobody else liked me at work. I just hoped you did, but never said.
Oh, Peggy. I don't know what to say. You know, we never socialised. We hardly ever spoke at work.
Oh, no, because we didn't need to speak. You and me, Claire, we're kindred spirits. We love social work. We were born to be social workers. Tell me, Claire, as a child, did you ever build a Lego care home and put Barbie in it?
I might have done.
I knew it. We're kindred spirits.
No, Peggy, no, we are not. I could never be like you. I could never suck up to management. I could never play colleague against colleague. I could never manipulate an entire office in the service of my own advancement.
Would you like me to teach you?
Do you think you could?
Brian, I don't know what to say. I'm so embarrassed. No, more than embarrassed. I'm ashamed. You've put so much into this men's group. You've given your time, energy, commitment. You're whispering the biscuits. Frankly, you deserve to be treated better than this. Ian and Colin are well out of order. Just listen to them in there. In fact, I've a good mind to go next door and tell them exactly what I think of them.
Glenn.
Yes, Brian.
Just go.
Are you sure?
I'm sure.
Cheers, Brian.
Well, the powers invested in me as the chairman, secretary, treasurer, events manager, publicity officer, and, as of this evening, only member, I hereby declare this men's group permanently and irreversibly defunct. Just remains for me to tidy up the chairs. Colin!
Oh, hi, Brian. Everyone from next door has decided to go to the pub.
The pub? Really? Sounds good. Yeah, I'm still cross at what happened this evening, but I'm not one to bear a grudge.
I need my jacket. Have you seen it?
On the chair.
Cheers, Brian. See you around.
suitable. And you'd never consider using one in the act?
Oh no, it takes all the fun out of it. Besides, the safety net tends to frighten the lions.
So, a wild night, eh, Titty?
Wild? I'll tell you what's wild. Aldershot town centre on a Saturday night. Tell me, Ray, have you ever wrestled a drunken squatty to the ground?
Yes, I have, actually. More than once.
So, Peggy, gone. No more Peggy.
Oh, this place won't be the same.
Won't be the same at all. Who should we hate instead? Maureen? Yeah, okay.
So you enjoying yourself, Titty? Well, once you've stared down the barrel of a Bosnian rifle and heard the click of an expiring cartridge, you can never really be truly relaxed ever again. But yes, everyone is being very welcoming.
Brian, I wasn't expecting you so soon.
Yes, well, men's group finished a bit early.
Can I introduce my new student?
Well, no need. Claire has told me all about you. You must be knockers. Got melons, Charlie's, titties. Titty. Oh, got there in the end.
But Megan, if you can't do a cartwheel, why did you even attempt one?
Because he was getting suspicious, and I might have got away with it if I hadn't hit the table with the food on it.
Oh, how's your head, Helen? Terrible. Oh, me too.
I haven't had a hangover like this since the alcohol awareness Christmas party.
I blame that Maureen.
Finest drinks all night.
Stupid cow.
So there you have it, Titty. I always feel a sense of relief when I get back to the office after visiting the Sparrowhawk estate. That is one mean catchment area.
I'm not intimidated, Claire. I just don't get scared. 15 years on the front line of the world's trouble spots has made me immune to fear. Social work is never going to throw up anything I can't handle.
No?
No.
Yeah, well, you tell me, Titty, have you ever taken 15 excluded school children on a barge holiday to Norfolk? Have you ever pretended to have an STD at a role-playing seminar? Have you ever been a taster for Meals on Wheels? Have you ever had to deal with a burst catheter bag? And have you ever had to deal with a doctor's receptionist? No. So you're scared now, Titty? A little. Good, because, anyone who says they aren't scared is either a liar or a fool. And, but there's a job to be done, and you've just got to get on and do it.
I should try and remember that, Claire.
Yes, you do that.
That was John Wayne in Sands of Iwo Jima, wasn't it?
No.
2 pints of lager and a packet of crisps, 2 pints of lager and a packet of crisps, 2 pints of lager and a packet of crisps, 2 pints of lager and a packet of crisps.
Okay, Brian, can we forget BBC 3? What's on BBC 4?
Morris Minors, Children in English Folk Dance, part 2 of a 3-part series, followed by part 3, repeat.
Okay, so realistically, we have two choices. So do you fancy A, going for a drink with the guys from my office, or B, watching Big Brother?
I have no interest in watching a bunch of self-obsessed inadequates indulge in an undignified struggle for attention.
Sorry, I'm none the wiser. Can you just say A or B? Hello? Really? Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. Thanks for letting me know. No, yeah, I'll be in touch. Brian, really, really, really sad news.
Really?
Sue's died.
Oh, my darling, I am sorry. That is sad news. Who's Sue?
You know Sue, the feminist broadcaster and writer.
I don't know any Sue.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Former Olympic sprinter, won bronze in Atlanta.
No.
Yes, Sue. Sue, who used to present Woman's Hour.
No idea who you're talking about.
Oh, come on, Brian, you do. Come on, Sue. She wrote that novel that was shortlisted for the Booker Prize, the one that BBC Two adapted into a series and collected all those BAFTAs.
Sue?
She was a professor at the university, world authority on DNA.
No, none the wiser.
No, she used to work abroad for Médecins Sans Frontières until a landmine blew off her foot.
Sue.
Bill and Sue.
Oh, Bill and Sue. Oh, of course, I know who you mean. How is she?
You have been listening to Clare and the Community by Harry Benning and David Ramsden, starring Sally Phillips, Nina Conti, Gemma Craven, Alex Lowe, Richard Lumsden, Ellen Thomas and Andrew Wincott, with Mel Hudson, Joseph Klosker, Geraldine McNulty and Mark Straker. The producer was Katie Tyrrell. Clare and the Community by Harry Benning and David Ramsden. Episode 6, Clare's Last Stand.
Brian, what are you doing over by the window?
Just watching the sunrise.
Why?
I woke up and I couldn't get back to sleep. Claire, can I ask you a question?
What sort of question, Brian?
The sort that requires a totally honest reply, right?
Mm.
It's something I really need to know. Do you still find me physically and sexually attractive?
Before I answer, Brian, can I ask you something?
Of course.
Would you mind putting some clothes on?
How's that?
In the top half? Okay, Kevin. Under the terms of the antisocial behaviour order, you are excluded from the following areas: Rugby Avenue, Belmont Street, Balfour Road, Dover Road, Neville Parade, down here, down to the Greenwater Shopping Centre, Warwick Drive, the Sparrowhawk Estate, the Wren Estate, Lancaster Parade, Blunt Hill, and Elm Park Road. Yeah. You're upset, Kevin, aren't you? I can tell, you know, and I think I know why. You feel vilified, don't you? You feel demonised, stigmatised and isolated by the whole dehumanising process.
No, that's not it.
No? Well, what is it then?
I can't get home.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Who Cares Wins conference would like to remind delegates that smoking is not allowed in any part of the hall. In 5 minutes, the lecture theatre is hosting the first seminar of the day, Hoodies and How to Hug Them. 5 minutes.
Nearly 1,500 delegates are attending this conference, and in the first 2 hours, not one of them has bothered to come and see our stand. Not a single solitary person.
I know. Brilliant, isn't it?
Great, it's the best guy of all year.
Oh, fancy blowing up a balloon?
No thanks, I'm happy doing absolutely nothing. Anything in the paper, Helen?
According to a recent survey, 60% of Londoners feel safe walking the streets at night.
Oh, good for them. That certainly is encouraging.
They're also the 60% who carry a knife.
Okay, that's not quite so encouraging.
Ray?
No.
Ray, you don't know what I was going to ask you.
Do I want to see some photos of little Brenda?
That wasn't what I was going to ask you.
Yes, it was.
Okay, it was. But these are new ones. The nursery arranged for a professional photographer to come in. The thing is, most of the children aren't what you'd call photogenic, so I wouldn't be surprised if some parents bought photos of my Brenda instead.
What, you're serious?
Why wouldn't I be? Look, this is Brenda at nursery doing messy play, hence the bib. Here she is on the seesaw just before it broke, and if something like that bloody well happens again, I'm going to close that nursery down. And that's Brenda putting 3 cakes in her mouth. Isn't she gorgeous?
Absolutely. And look, she's got chocolates all over her face.
Those are her eyebrows.
Megan, she's gorgeous.
Oh, isn't she just?
Hi, team. Hi. Sorry I'm late. I had a very difficult client meeting and I had to recuperate in Topshop. Where's the store?
This is the stall.
Claire, look, I can explain.
Where is everything? There was the banner, the complimentary pens, the photo presentation, where's the big picture of me with Tony Benn?
Ray messed up.
It's not my fault the supplier's got the date wrong. The balloons and leaflets are here.
Oh, well, sometimes less is more. Come on, team, then, let's get organised. Irene, get the coffees. Helen, the buns. Megan, fetch the newspapers.
And a copy of Heat.
And I think I shall just stay here and check that the chairs are cosy.
What's Skype, Claire?
Yes, it is. Of course it is. You know, these social work conferences always are. Don't let anyone ever say that Claire Barker doesn't look after her team.
Brian! Brian!
Oh, flying it out.
Oi, Brian!
Simon!
Oh, didn't you hear me, mate? I've been calling halfway down the high street.
In a world of my own, sorry.
Come on,
Let's go for a beer.
Can't, sorry.
Help me celebrate. Hold on to your hat, mate, for some breaking news. Helen and I are back together. After 2 weeks of secret negotiations, we decided to give it another go. Well?
Well, yeah, great. Great news. Congratulations.
Hang on, mate, what's up?
Nothing.
Come off it, Brian. I've known you long enough to realise when something's not okay. You're shifty, sweating, distracted, shaking, and you're trying to hide something behind your back.
It's nothing.
If this is hard drugs, Brian, you have lost me as a friend. However, if it's soft drugs, why don't we nip across to the park and roll a big one?
It's not drugs.
So what's in the envelope, Brian?
Oh, okay, I'll show you. But promise me, Simon, not a word of this to anyone, and I mean anyone.
Cross my heart.
Here. This photo. What do you think?
Whoa! What a little poppet. Give her one. Who is she?
Yes, Simon, it's me. It's a photo of me when I was 18.
You used to be a woman.
I used to be a student. We all had long hair.
Oh, look, Brian, I think I should get one thing clear. When I called you a little poppet, what I meant...
Forget it, Simon.
Fine by me, it's forgotten. Let's have another look. Did you moisturise?
No.
You did have lovely skin.
Ladies and gentlemen, in 3 minutes' time there will be a seminar on acronyms, their uses and dangers by the Social Housing in Towns Society. 3 minutes.
Go on.
No, I don't want to.
Oh, just once more.
Oh. Okay, once more. Are you female?
Yes.
Are you Brenda?
Yes.
You see, that's why I don't really want to play 20 questions with you, Megan.
Oh, no. Helen, what's the matter? You've gone pale as a sheet.
You remember I went up to Leicester for that conference last year?
Oh, yes, I remember. It was just after you split up with Simon.
That's right. Well, I was emotionally vulnerable, needy, but I'll call it what you will. Anyway, I met a man in the conference bar. We spent the night together in his hotel. Oh, it was really wild. Passionate night. I did certain things. He's here. I've seen him.
Well, where is he?
There. Grey suit on a Irene. He's coming this way. This is going to be so humiliating.
He's walked past.
He has walked straight up. He didn't recognise me. Oh, how humiliating is that? How humiliating is that? I must! Holiday Inn! Leicester! That's right. It's me! And you are rubbish!
How long until lunch?
Oh, 3/4 of an hour.
Oh, blast. Someone's coming our way. Okay, everyone, Sudoku down. Empathy up, everyone. Empathy, we've got a customer. Good morning, sir. Welcome to the... Crying out loud. Peggy, what are you doing here?
Same thing as you. Only more successfully. You see that stall over there? Well, actually, you probably can't see it because it's surrounded by a crowd 6 deep. Care Force Recruitment. That's mine.
Oh, yeah, I was busy earning pots and pots of juicy commission when I heard a shrill harpy screaming abuse at a delegate, and I thought, oh, my old chums from Sparrowhawk are here.
Yeah, well, if you'll excuse us, Peggy, we're also rather busy.
Yeah, so I see. How is the balloon stall going?
We have actually been busy all morning. It's just, a quiet patch.
So I see.
Member of the public. Look, I told you, Peggy. Good morning, sir, and welcome to the official stand of the Sparrowhawk Family Centre, where the local community and social services meet to forge a union of goodwill, mutual support and understanding in an environment where the value of every human being, their beliefs, goals, preferences and needs are respected without fear of discrimination, prejudice or exclusion.
Toilets.
End of the
You are so priceless.
Can you just push off, Peggy?
You couldn't sell a lifeboat to a drowning man.
Yeah, well, you see, that's what it's all about for you, isn't it, Peggy? Sales. And frankly, your stall is all glitter and no substance. I'm surprised you haven't roped in some pom-pom girls.
Oh, pom-pom girls. Hang on, let me write that down.
Whereas, here, at this stall, we believe that a more minimalist approach is actually far more appropriate, frankly, to the provision of social care.
Oh, really? Really? Well, 50 quid says your minimalist approach can't give away that pile of leaflets by the end of the day.
Yeah? Yeah? You're on.
Splendid. Well, goodbye, Claire. Goodbye, the rest of you. Sorry, I never could remember your names.
50 quid, Claire, that was a bit rash.
Rubbish. We're going to show Peggy just what the Sparrowhawk Family Centre can do. The scandal's a shambles. Look at yourselves. Well, there are going to be some changes around here. So, no more sitting down, okay? No more reading the paper, no more eating buns, no more playing with the balloons, and no more messing about with the helium. Understood?
Yes. Understood.
Irene.
An actor?
That's what I've always wanted to be. I never wanted to be a teacher.
Nobody wants to be a teacher, Brian. That's the whole point.
And an actor needs a publicity photo.
But it doesn't look anything like you. It's only got the one chin for a start.
It doesn't look like me, just like my CV is a pack of lies. 15 years with the RSC, ridiculous.
Of course it's ridiculous. You don't know anything about cars. So what's the point?
To open the door.
But it'll never work.
Simon, it has worked. I'm on my way to an audition now. By the time they've worked out I'm a complete fraud, I'll have shown them what a great actor I am.
Crikey, Brian.
I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, what if he gets this job?
No, actually I wasn't thinking that.
Chuck in the teaching and follow my dream.
Well, I'm all for following dreams, mate. Look at me and Helen.
But I say it is better to die on one's feet than live on one's knees.
That is so brave. What does Claire think of it?
Blimey, I haven't told her.
Are you okay, Brian? You look terrible.
The nerves. I didn't expect nerves like this.
Have you eaten?
You're joking.
Come on, mate. You can't do something like this on an empty stomach.
Claire?
Yes, Ray?
The team and I have been talking, and we just want you to know that you have our full support, commitment and confidence.
Well, thank you very much, Ray.
We should also like to clarify that it was you and not us who bet Peggy the £50.
Oh, ye of little faith. Look, here comes the punter now. Good morning.
Good morning. Can I have a balloon?
A balloon? No, you can't. It's a display. But you can have a leaflet.
I don't want a leaflet. I want a balloon. It's for my little boy here. Oh, come on, you miss one.
No, they're all attached. If I take one off, they'll all fly away. Maybe your little boy would like a leaflet. He could make it into an aeroplane.
You've made him cry now.
I'm sorry.
He's really upset.
Yeah, no, I can see that. Maybe, perhaps you would like a leaflet to wipe his nose with?
Stuff your leaflets.
Excuse me, I'm sorry. I couldn't help noticing what just happened. We at Care Force Recruitment haven't any balloons, but if your little boy would like a sweetie, my staff will be happy to give him one.
Oh, thank you.
Just one. Honestly, Claire, you might as well give me the 50 quid now.
Richard Grossick, if you'd like to bring your script and follow me.
Oh, flaming hell, Brian, do you mind?
I'm nervous, all right. Can't help it. Oh, I should never have listened to you.
Well, don't blame me, Brian. Just because it was called an eat as much as you can buffet doesn't mean you had to.
I eat when I'm anxious, okay? Oh, blimey, I'm so uncomfortable, Simon. I've just got to go to the toilet.
So go to the toilet.
I can't go to the toilet. I'm next in.
Take your mind off it. Chat.
About what?
About anything.
So, you and Helen, eh?
Yeah, great, isn't it? Helen and I love each other. Being apart has taught us that. So we're wiping the slate clean, starting afresh.
She's forgiven you?
Forgiven me what?
For sleeping with the travel rep on your honeymoon?
Helen doesn't know about that. Are you kidding?
I thought that was the reason you split up.
Oh, no. Checked indirectly. After I slept with the rep, I felt so guilty that I couldn't look Helen in the face. As soon as she entered the room, I had to walk out of it. She mistook my guilt for indifference and ended the relationship.
So she doesn't know about the travel rep?
No. You haven't told anyone.
Look, maybe I will go to the toilet after all. If they come for me, tell them I'll be just a minute.
Right there, mate. I'll look after your script. Oh, streetcar named Desire. Nice one.
Brian Harris.
Yes?
Come on, team. Chop, chop. I leave the stand for 1 minute. Come back to find you're slumped and miserable. Hang on, what's happened to the stand? It looks different.
Sorry, Claire, I only wanted the one balloon.
Half the balloons are gone.
For Brenda. Brenda loves balloons.
Well, they've not exactly gone, Claire. They're just on the ceiling.
Oh, fantastic. And I bet Peggy saw it all.
Just ignore her, Claire. Peggy was always a wind-up merchant.
Oh, God, look at her lording it over, a big smug smile across her self-satisfied face. Oh, no. She's giving us a patronising little wave. No, Megan, don't wave back.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, come on, team. Let's have a mind shower, okay? If we put our heads together, the ideas are bound to flow. Blue sky thinking, blue sky thinking. So, okay, how do we attract a crowd around our stall?
I've got it!
What?
Let's put on a show.
What do you mean?
I've no idea, it just came into my head.
Okay, any sensible ideas?
Oh, face it, Claire. Peggy's got us beaten.
No, not me, she hasn't. Okay, I propose a change of tactics. Let's all just stop standing around and waiting. Let's get proactive. Let the mountain come to Muhammad.
Can you say that?
Think so? Irene?
Why you ask me? I wouldn't say it.
Why not?
I just wouldn't.
Okay, Ray, Helen, Irene, grab a fistful of leaflets each and follow me. We're going out there.
Ladies and gentlemen, please be patient and try not to push. A Careforce recruitment advisor will attend to you as soon as possible. In the meantime, please help yourself to a complimentary cup of coffee, spring water, amaretto biscuit, boiled sweet, ballpoint pen, pack of crayons, key ring, eraser, stress ball, notebook or fridge magnet. Please note that Careforce recruitment cannot be held responsible for any damage done to your fridges by our magnets. Thank you.
Leaflets, can I give you a leaflet? Sparrowhawk Family Centre, visit our stand. Leaflets.
Claire?
Leaflets. What the hell are you doing? Leaflets.
Excuse me, Tanya, can you mind the stand a minute? And Tanya, just one boiled sweet per punter, or it's coming out of your wages, all right?
Centre, just across the way.
All right, Claire.
To you.
What do you think your game is?
Oh, you know, leafleting.
You are poaching on my patch. Push off.
I'm sorry, Peggy, but technically speaking, anyone outside the area of your stand is in a corridor, and therefore fair game.
No, that's rubbish, and you know it. I shall take this up with the organiser.
Oh, be my guest. By the time you've tracked them down, arranged a meeting, and enlisted their support, I will have got rid of all of my leaflets. Hey, would you like a leaflet? Sparrowhawk Family Centre?
Pack it in, Claire.
No, I shan't, and you can't make me. You can dish it out, can't you, Peggy? But you can't take it.
I'm warning you, Claire.
Oh, you know, there's nothing you can do, Peggy, so you may as well just... Why don't you just sit down, relax, have a boiled sweet?
All credit to you, Claire. You're a quick learner. This is a highly commendable streak of ruthlessness you're displaying.
Yes, thank you very much, Peggy. Now, if you'll excuse me, leaflet? Hi, like leaflet, Sparrowhawk Family Centre. Please visit our stand. Sparrowhawk Family Centre. What? My balloons?
Don't mess with me, Claire Barker. I wrote the book on ruthlessness.
Claire, do something. Please do something.
Oh, Peggy, please. The balloons are all we've got.
No, not begging, Claire. That just annoys me.
Oh, and not the pink one.
Oh, all right, you win. I'll stop poaching your punters. Yeah, you do that.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Who Cares Wins conference will shortly be breaking for lunch. The caterers have asked me to point out a spelling mistake on the menu. Dish number 7 should read steaming carp. I repeat, steaming carp. Thank you.
Megan, will you please stop clutching those flaming roses and pay attention?
Sorry, Claire, I can't help myself. Oh, Claire, is there any gesture more romantic than for a secret admirer to send a dozen red roses to the workplace of the one he loves?
No, Megan, probably not. But they're Helen's. Can you give them back?
No, shan't. Oh, let her play with them if she wants.
And you've absolutely no idea who sent them?
None at all.
Will you just excuse me, Mills and Boone, but if I can direct your attention back to our current crisis... Thank you.
That's nearly all our balloons gone. You should have known Peggy would react like that.
Oh, should I? Well, you know, have you got any better ideas?
I have, actually.
Yeah?
What exactly is our problem?
Well, let me see. There's no banner saying who we are because you messed up. There are no free gifts because you messed up. And there's no photo presentation of what we do because you messed up. I don't know, Ray, what is our problem?
Publicity. Nobody knows we're here.
And?
We tell them. Now, there's a perfectly good public address system going to waste because the announcer has gone off for his lunch. Now, I suggest we nip in, do a quick broadcast, and get out again.
That is inspired, Ray.
I'll do it. I've always wanted to make an announcement. As a little girl back home in Invernuckie, I used to lie in bed at night and dream that one day I would make an announcement.
No, I'm not letting you know anything technical, Megan. You know what you're... Megan! Irene, can you go with Megan? Make sure she doesn't touch anything she shouldn't.
Will do. What can I say, Brian? I'm sorry.
Just leave it, Simon.
It's only a recall. It's not as though I actually got the part.
It was my audition, Simon, not yours.
I couldn't help it. I got confused. It was Stanley Kowalski in Streetcar, my favourite Brando film. Either that or Apocalypse Now. Then, of course, there's a Countess from Hong Kong, which is criminally underrated.
Oh, put a sock in it, Simon.
I'll tell you what I'll do. When I go for the recall, you can come along and I'll explain to Mr. Branner what happened.
Forget it, Simon. Who was I kidding? Did you see the other actors in there? Lean, fit, young, energetic. It's hardly me, is it? Who's going to employ a short, fat, balding, middle-aged man as an actor?
The radio?
I can see them. They're outside the office. Megan is checking to see the coast is clear. Irene is trying the handle. They're in! They're in the office!
Ray, will you get down off Helen's shoulders? That is so unprofessional.
Hello, Claire. We've had a slight lull down to 85% capacity, so I thought I'd nip across. Oh, dear. You haven't got rid of many leaflets, have you?
Oh, well, I think things are about to change, actually, Peggy.
Oh.
Megan, you promised not to touch anything.
I did not.
You did. You touched that switch.
I didn't, honestly.
Well, let's just do this and get out of here.
Hello, this is wonderful Radio Megan broadcasting across the Grampians.
Stop messing around, Megan.
I always wanted to do that.
Okay, on the count of 3, I'll flick the switch and you read the announcement.
Okay, ready?
1, 2, 3... Well, I think that went rather well.
Me too.
What the bloody hell is it you're doing in here?
I should stick with the balloons if I were you, Claire.
Do you fancy another pint, Brian?
No, thanks, Simon. I've just finished this and head home.
Helen and I are going out for a curry tonight. Why don't you and Claire come along?
I can't do it, Simon. Claire's got Pilates.
Has she? Oh, poor thing. Mother was a martyr to him. She used to have to sit on a rubber ring.
Yeah, I think I've eaten enough for one day.
Some other time. Look, mate, don't get disheartened about the acting thing. Do you really want to be part of a totally superficial world populated by egomaniacs with nothing to offer except their pretty boy looks?
No.
I thought not.
Yeah, we're better off without it.
Less of the we, if you don't mind, bro.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Who Cares Wins conference will be closing in 15 minutes. The conference will be closing in 15 minutes. Go on, you have a go.
Helen.
Yeah, that's it. Oh, not too close to the microphone.
Please leave by the Cromwell Street exit and make sure you have all your belongings with you.
Hey, that was really good.
Do you think? I always wanted to make an announcement.
You know, you have a beautiful voice.
Thanks, so have you.
Have another go.
Oh, I don't want to get you in trouble.
Ah, don't worry, it's my last day.
Have you got a girlfriend?
Well, it doesn't sound like Megan's coming back in a hurry.
Oh, let's face it. We aren't exactly rushed off our feet, are we? We may as well pack up and go home.
No, Helen, for 2 reasons. Firstly, I refuse to give that cow Peggy the pleasure of watching me throw in the towel. And secondly, there is actually nothing left to pack up, apart from half a dozen balloons, a box of leaflets, and your mystery flowers.
Come on, Helen. You must know who sent you.
Are you going to tell us or what?
Oh, all right. I may as well tell you since he's coming here to pick me up in a minute. They're from Simon. No.
Oh.
We're back together.
That is the best news.
Oh, I'm so happy for
That's
you.
amazing. When did all of this happen?
Well, we've been sort of seeing each other secretly. Oh, you sly old fox.
I knew the two of you were made for each other.
It just goes to prove, doesn't it, that you do have to work at relationships.
Oh, in love as in life, if you learn from your mistakes, it makes you stronger. I think I've learnt my lesson.
Oh, just as long as Simon has.
I think he has.
Well, I, for one, am really proud of you, Helen. Not many women would find the self-confidence, maturity and strength of character to forgive their husband's adultery.
adultery.
Yeah, which is usually, in itself enough reason for most women to say, never again. But, for him to do it on your honeymoon, completely outrageous. And that just goes to make your magnanimity all the more remarkable.
Simon committed adultery on our honeymoon.
They are really, really beautiful flowers. Do you mind? Can I smell them? Oh, they're, lovely.
Aha! My ears are burning. Hello, gang. Surprised to see me? I bet you are. Just look at your faces. Hello, my darling Helen. Stick one right there.
You bastard! Oh! And you know where you can stick your roses?
Crikey.
Blimey, good punch.
Upper body right behind it.
Simon, it's me, it's Claire.
My nose. She's broken my nose.
Listen, Simon, I want you to stay absolutely still.
It's okay, Claire. I'm just a bit dazed. I think I can get up.
No, if you can just stay there on the floor, right? I'm a qualified first aider.
I'll be all right.
So come on, everybody stand back. Oh dear, man down. Oh dear. Better give him space. Groan, Simon. In situations like this, it's always recommended that the patient keep groaning.
Why?
Because it frees the airways.
How's that?
That is good. Only louder. Keep it going. I'm going to be right back. Ladies and gentlemen, oh dear, we've got a seriously injured man here. Can you please give him a bit of space?
Shall I call an ambulance?
What, are you mad? No, fetch the leaflets. Look at the size of the crowd that Simon is attracting. Family centre, would you like a leaflet?
Family centre.
Please let me give you a leaflet. Caring in practice. Caring in practice. Hands. Oh, yes. Oh, sorry. Oh, yes. Oh, that's fantastic. Oh, no, don't stop.
Oh, sorry, I have to. I think you may have accidentally switched on the...
Brian, but the answer is still no. I've told you before that I give so much of myself at work that I've got nothing left to give when I get home. To meet your needs, as well as those of my clients, would put me at serious risk of burnout.
Please, Claire, just get me the toilet roll.
Sorry, Brian. Sets a precedent.
You have been listening to Clare in the Community by Harry Benning and David Ramsden, starring Sally Phillips, Nina Conti, Gemma Craven, Alex Lowe, Richard Lumsden, Ellen Thomas and Andrew Wincott, with Mel Hudson, Joseph Kloska and Mark Straker. The producer was Katie Tyrrell.